start. Otherwise,
Making
okay,
on.
you started the
First
recording, right? Okay, done. Right. So please confirm if you can see my slides, all of you.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is the course outline. So you will be with us for 4 days, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. each day. Slightly plus or minus 10-15 minutes, because we are going to have a short break if needed in between, right? So accordingly, slight adjustments will be there around 10. So the first module we will be understanding about the basics and certain information beyond the basics, the origin and philosophy of fibers and fibers as a foundation for lean and operational excellence. Many a time, we implement fibers, and with big objectives of, enhancing quality and many, many other things. But actually, fibers is a foundational approach. It prepares you for, implementing basically the lean, right? So fibers is actually a good foundational tool for making your lean implementation highly successful. It's a kind of, readiness, and of course, it lays the foundation ultimately for the operational excellence. And importance of fibers in different work environment, like we could also see here, that we have a very good mix of participants from different domains. We have professionals from food industry, professionals from manufacturing, professionals from IT, CRM, marketing, and all departments are here. And the good thing is fibers is applicable to all the domains. All that needed here is, you gain the knowledge, convert that into a skill, and ultimately convert that into a wisdom, so that you will be able to implement these learnings in any industry and inspire people around you. And the next module, we will be diving deeper into the 5 pillars of fiber. We all know: sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. And of course, we will try to learn the meaning of each and every S through by having a activity, and then we'll also see some implementation cases. Then next day, you will be guided by another senior consultant in our team, Mr. Vivek Kumar. So he will be covering the implementation strategy, step-by-step approach, how to plan and prepare the 5S implementation, how to ensure the stakeholders are engaged and involved, and then visual management techniques, and for 5S effectiveness. Then module 4 will focus on 5S for shop floor training, how to actually train the people at the shop floor. All right. And then the day number 3 will focus on the auditing techniques, like the responsibilities of an auditor, and what exactly is the audit process, and then the principles of auditing, how to make it integral part of your the activity, and then the audit must be fair, and all of those things will be discussed. And then auditor responsibilities, and then the competencies required for an auditor. Then the day number 4, we will be developing an effective 5S audit system, and like creating checklist templates and all that. And of course, as part of the course, we will also be sharing the course material, as well as some of the templates which can be helpful during your implementation and audit in your workplace. And of course, some case studies. And again, the day number 3 will be conducted by another expert in our team, Veera Raghavan. And then again, day number 4, Vivek Kumar. Okay. And this is myself, Dr. Gopal Sivakumar. I hold a doctorate degree in mechanical engineering, master's in industrial engineering, bachelor's in production engineering, and of course, 20 plus years of balanced experience in teaching, research, training, and consulting. I have helped more than 15,000 plus professionals get certified at all levels of Lean Six Sigma, starting from white, yellow, green, black, and master black belts level. And we are about to start our 8th batch of master black belt in the month of June. So definitely you all know 5S is actually, a part of the lean approach. 5S is just a tool, but today 5S is used as a complete framework to enhance the quality and productivity in many organizations. So of course, all the points I have mentioned here as my expertise are nothing but the tools under Lean or Six Sigma. So I have enough, I would say, good experience, in helping people understand these tools and techniques. Of course, I have written certain books on Lean, Six Sigma, as well as in mechanical engineering areas. And we are a group of trainers, consultants at Vision Excellence. We help our clients implement these Lean, Six Sigma, and particularly for quality enhancement or productivity enhancement by making use of these tools and techniques. So this is a brief about me. Right. So let's start with understanding 5S. And tell me, all of you, if the workplace is cluttered, unorganized, and processes are not clear, do you think the people in your workplace will be able to effectively, take care of the quality requirements and productivity requirements in an organization?
No.
Definitely, no. It will be very, very challenging. If the workplace is unorganized and that itself, can straight away kill the quality and then productivity. So that's the reason why, 5S can be a very good starting point if you are thinking in terms of, enhancing, the results in any organization. It lays the foundation for, all your improvement projects, right? So these are the topics, in fact, under the first module. Yeah. So this is the history behind 5S. We all know 5S originated from the Japan. And when we talk about Japan, yes, the first company that comes to our memory is Toyota, right? So Toyota, they developed a system for themselves, what they named as Toyota Production System, right? What they named as Toyota Production System. And they were able to develop a system for themselves. They gained the inspiration from many American quality gurus, and particularly they benchmarked many practices from Ford, because Ford was following, FPS, Ford Production System, and then understanding the best practices from them. These people, Eiji Toyoto, Taichi Ono, and Dr. Shigeo Shingo, they have developed a system which is not specifically designed to cater to the requirements of Toyota. Because that time when started, Toyota was making, cars, and that too mainly for the Japanese people. So the market is smaller compared to, the Ford and other things. And so they wanted to develop a system which will fulfill the requirements of specifically the Japanese market. The requirement is they need different varieties, best in class quality. At the same time, the cost must be low. So keeping all these requirement in mind, they realized they need to focus in three areas. One is, the foundational requirement in any organization. Yes, there has to be a culture which supports continuous improvement. All of you agree with me. This is the basis, right? First and foremost requirement is somehow we should be able to develop a culture that is, supporting continual improvement initiatives. Otherwise, if you talk about, an improvement or a change, immediately there will be a resistance. So the first and foremost requirement is developing a culture which is, very suitable for continuous improvement. And we all know in lean, the continuous improvement, they call it as case, isn't it? So there are certain foundational principles. One is continual improvement. The other one is respect for people. Just because you wanted to bring about an improvement, it doesn't mean that, you can actually corner people and then, disrespect them. No. So understand the people's limitation and what they have been doing currently and according, and then, while ensuring their, what do you call the, uh, more, like treating the people in a proper way, At the same time, we need to bring about the change and then enhance the results. So there are two things very important. One is continuous improvement. The other one is respect for people. So, and then once you are able to actually do that, uh, you should be able to focus on standardizing. Standardizing. If you look at the Toyota production system, that is, I will be showing it in the upcoming slides. I think it should be here. Yeah, I will show that. So the foundation is continual improvement, respect for people, standardization, and stabilization. So what is standardization? Standardization means, making sure a standard procedure is available for performing each and every task, isn't it? Like SOP. And then we train people. Why should we train people? Because we expect all of them to adhere to the SOP, recommended, so that the variation that can populate from all these sources, like person to person variation, and even sometimes there can be multiple stations. If there are multiple stations, obviously the variation can populate because of the process being executed at different stations. So in order to arrest the variation, standardization is very, very important, right? So giving people the training, giving people the assisting devices, and giving people the SOPs, and all of these things are efforts towards standardization, and the objective is arrest the variation, or at least keep the variations under good level of control. And another thing is stability. Stability is any effort you do towards controlling the variation over time. So there has to be stability, there has to be standardization, there has to be stability, and there has to be continual improvement and respect for people. If you could create all of these things, then you can definitely try to enhance the quality or enhance the productivity. And in order to actually deliver results through your quality enhancement efforts or the productivity enhancement efforts, the foundation has to be very, very strong. So 5S is actually a foundational tool which can prepare any organization ready for quality improvement or productivity improvement, right? So 5S itself, act as a tool for what to say. I would say the standardization and stabilization. So you will be able to better, control the sources of variations and understand, visualize the improvement opportunities through the implementation of 5S. So the roots of 5S can be tracked back to Japan's post-war revolution, specifically in TPS, and Toyota's success in process optimization inspired companies worldwide, so that all of them wanted to adopt the similar approach in their company. We also know later the TPS, because of the inspiration of inspiration gained from Toyota's success, the quality gurus across the globe, they have studied TPS and then made it available to other companies in the name of lean, right? In within TPS, 5S was actually introduced as one of the tool, but today, 1980s onwards, in fact, 1980 onwards, 5S has become a separate framework, and using which company can actually achieve operational excellence. So the people, Eiji Toyoto, Taichi Ono, Taichi Ono is known as father of TPS, and Dr. Shigeo Shingo, you all know, he is the one who introduced tools like Pokayoke and SMED and things like that. And they were the architects behind TPS and hence the 5S as well. All right. So just a second. Okay. I'm still on the first slide only. I have not moved any slides. Okay. So formalization. You all know 5S. It stands for sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. And in Japanese language, first S stands for Seri, Seton, Shisho, Shiketsu, and then Shitsuke. What is the first S? First S sort stands for identifying what is necessary and what is unnecessary, what is needed and what is not needed. The moment you are able to decide what is not needed, then what you can do is you can try to remove. right? Once in a broader sense, first yes means removing the unnecessary items. But in a deeper sense, anything that is unnecessary, not necessarily an item or a physical, equipment or a tool, anything that is not necessary for performing a work needs to be removed from our workplace. Hope all of you agree with me on this idea, isn't it? So this is a deeper meaning. Sometimes it can be a step in your process. It can be an added step in your process. We feel a particular step in a process unnecessary because it doesn't really add value. Because ultimately the idea is to add more value to the customer. Value should always keep on flowing towards the customer. If the value is not flowing towards customer, if it is flowing in other direction or it is coming backward or flow is interrupted, stopped, all of them can be considered as unnecessary. Yes or no? So the meaning of the
Yes,
first
sir.
step doesn't stop by removing the unnecessary items or unnecessary equipments. If you ask me, it refers to removing all unnecessary activities as well, right? Non-value adding. We call it non-value adding or we call it waste. So lean is all about waste elimination. In fact, 5S also, will ensure the waste is eliminated. The 7 types of waste are eliminated from any workplace. So starting with first yes, which is removing unnecessary items and set in order. Set in order refers to all the items that survived should have a designated place for storage. Yes or no? Very important. All of us have a unique address for ourselves, right? We have a home address. We have a unique mobile number. We have a unique mail ID. You know why? Then only we can be traceable. If anybody wanted to reach us, they can reach through the address. The same logic is applicable to the all entities in your workplace as well. It can be a small tool, a screwdriver. Is it important to give a unique location for the screwdriver? Obviously, isn't it? Otherwise, you know what happens next time when you need the same screwdriver, you may have to waste your time. So in order to in order to eliminate all these kind of unproductive activities, the second principle is every item should have a designated place, right? They call it PEEP, a place for everything and everything in its place. There has to be a place for every item, and then always items should be in their place. And the third yes is shine. What does shine mean? Shine not only means cleaning, it also means health check. Yes or no? By cleaning, you should also check the condition of the health of the particular item. Can be anything. It can be machine or it can be your material or whatever. It's not just mere cleaning. It also means some kind of health check. And if needed, it can also mean daily maintenance. Hope all of you agree with me on that, isn't it? Imagine you have a lot of items in your house. Is it important for us to keep all the items, in a neat, orderly manner at the same time clean? Obviously, isn't it? Let's say television. You want the television to be, clean. So we should have a habit of, cleaning it periodically. At the same time, cleaning also means a health check. Please check whether everything is in order, whether the cables are properly plugged, isn't it? And if you come across any kind of what to say abnormality, what you need to do? If a cable is found to be uh, uh, disconnected, what will you do immediately then? You will immediately try to correct, isn't it?
Plug it.
So we should not think of calling an expert for each and every small piece of maintenance. Certain things we can do it ourselves. So the third yes, shine means cleaning plus health check plus daily maintenance. And who should do all of this? Daily maintenance not from the maintenance team. Health check not from a separate team. And the person who is responsible for the particular task, particular machine, particular workplace, he should be able to do it himself, right? This is the meaning of shine. The fourth one, standardize. Standardize means you need to establish procedure so that everybody will perform the first three tasks in the same manner. Standardize means we should not, it should be standardized. The ultimate objective of standardization is arrest variation. Yes or no? Arrest variation. If I now I have to explain in a way that all of you should understand the same manner. Otherwise, what happens? No, the purpose will be lost. So ultimately, because according to the very basic principle of Six Sigma, the problems are happening simply because we fail to control the variation, isn't it? Variation is the root cause of all problems, however small, however big it is. So standardization means, we should be able to ensure all our people, follow the first 3 years without any variation, so that all of them will perform the first 3 years in the same manner. So we create procedures. If needed, you create, allot a timeline. Morning 10 o'clock, 10 minutes. Evening 4 o'clock, 10 minutes. Likewise, you create procedures, allot timelines, give them some kind of assisting devices, tools, just to ensure, all of them practice the first 3 years properly. Do you think some tools are providing some tools will be helpful to standardize the result? Obviously, isn't it? So even tools for the specifically for the purpose of cleaning can be provided. Do everything that is required to ensure everybody practice the first 3 years the same way it is expected. Are you with me on this? 4th years? That is known as
Yes, sir.
standardize, right? And then you have standardized. Now all your people started practicing 5S because you somehow you made it as part of their work. It is it is included in their responsibility itself. So everybody started doing, and now you should be able to retain the benefit of a 5S in the long run. In the long run, in the sense, it should become part of your organization culture. The transformation, whatever we brought about, should actually happen at the DNA level of your organization. The environment and the people who are part of your organization should always respect the principles of 5S, not just in the short term, but also in the long term. For that, what can we do? You can introduce a reward system, some kind of recognition, some kind of internal auditing practices, some kind of competition, and and ultimately you can connect the 5S practices to the appraisal of your employees. During the appraisal, if the 5S practices were also evaluated, then obviously everybody will be what to say? Everybody will be encouraged to continue the practices of the 5S implementation. So the ultimate idea is the benefits of the 5S will be sustained even over a long run, right? Even after 5 years, 10 years, if you go back to the same company, what you implemented today will be maintained even after 5 years, 6 years. Even the second generation of employees can should be able to learn a lot from your the current team. So for that, what can we do? That is known as sustain. Hope all of you understand the major objective of all the 5 years. The first years, what is the objective? Remove
Unnecessary items, sir.
unnecessary. It can be an item,
Yeah.
or it can
Can
be
be a
an added
material,
step.
Eliminate the
document, or
waste.
it can be a
Eliminate the
process.
waste also.
Eliminate the waste. Anything you feel like it is unnecessary, your environment should not allow. Yeah, only value adding kind of thing should happen. Even unnecessary thinking, the environment should not encourage. Nowadays, there is a lot of distractions, isn't it? So make
Yes, sir.
sure workplace is designed in such a way that people can only think about the what you call the value adding kind of activities and not the unproductive things. And set in order. What is our goal here in set in order?
Place for everything and everything.
Yeah.
Very good. A
Plus,
place for everything and everything in its place. And there are, few other points which we will be gradually learning, right? And when you allot a place, the place should be, very convenient for storage. At the same time, it should, take care of the item you are storing. There should not be any damage cost, and all of those things, will slowly will add on. And then shine means cleaning
health check of the instruments or
plus
items.
health check
Yeah.
plus
Cleaning
And
or
daily
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 maintenance.
maintenance and
maintenance. Yeah.
periodic maintenance also. we
Very
need.
good. Yeah, some kind of lubrication,
Sir.
some kind of, tightening of the nut, bolt, and
Yes,
for
yes.
the moment you come across immediately, you should be able to do that, complete that maintenance task so that, the equipment condition should not affect your process and the result. And standardize. What is our goal here? Standardize means
Yeah, making
Follow the same three rules.
SOPs or procedures to follow and allotted time allotment to be done. Yeah.
ultimately wherever you see hereafter standardize.
Yes.
The goal is remove variation.
Yeah.
Even training
Remove
is a part of standardization, right, sir?
Excellent. Yeah, training is, yes, a kind of, a way of standardizing, because
Standardizing.
yeah, we want everybody to follow the SOP very effectively. So we just train them on the SOP. This is how you should
Yes,
clean
sir.
it.
Yes.
Use this instrument for it during the cleaning and clean exactly in that particular time. Clean after, so many cycles. All of these things are, standardization. Yes. Training is also a kind of standardization. Giving them, what do you call the SOP, giving them some visual clues, giving them assisting devices, and all of them are standardization. And the more you standardize, you will have a better and better control over the variation that may populate otherwise. Am I right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Very
This
good.
is the stage where L&D team acts like a connecting bridge among
Yes.
other forests and fifth years.
Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. And then the fifth S is sustain. Sustain is controlling the variation over a period of time.
Yes.
Whatever results you achieved in the first month, you should be able to achieve the same result even after 5 years. Now, what can you do for that?
Reward, recognition, appraisal,
Yeah. If
competency.
people are practicing and nobody
Yes.
is appreciating, there is no motivation, there is no recognition, and nobody checks periodically, do you think people will continue to do if there is no kind of recognition or monitoring? So monitoring and control and recognition, rewarding is very, very important so that the benefits of 5 years can be sustained over a longer period of time.
Yes, sir.
And the essence is the first 3 steps must be followed.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Right? So that is, sustain. Okay. So
Sir,
of course, nine.
Dr. GSK, sir, out of these 5 pillars in 5 years, I find the sign is a very strong pillar, sir, where we have the clean work environment and periodic health checkups. I find this 5 years, the sign is very strong pillar, sir, from my point of view.
Yeah, yeah, true. See, every pillar, strengthens your what to say, the implementation, and every pillar, when implemented correctly, will start delivering result. But of course, the shine is where we focus on cleanliness, at the same time the health as well as the maintenance. So this is the one of the major pillar. I agree.
Thank
All
you, sir.
right.
Can you
So it
give me some?
started.
Sorry, sir. Sorry to. Can you
Yeah,
give
yeah,
me some
please.
example related to the
Oh,
service
sure.
IT service industry for Shine?
Yes,
Apart from,
please. Yes, please. It will be helpful. Yeah.
uh, can you give
Oh,
me
you
some
are asking
examples, sir?
me, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, I can also give something. Sorry to interrupt, Dr. GSK, sir.
Yeah, yeah, please.
When comes to sign, especially the health checkup, we are in IVD healthcare industry, so periodically we need to check the instrument IHR instrument health checkup report on thing, and the daily practice of the manual hands-on maintenance and automated maintenance and weekly maintenance and the periodic AMC monthly maintenance and monthly maintenance. So if you do these things, the maintenance of the equipment, and I hope there will be 0%, 0.1% deviation from the reporting of the patient results.
True.
These are all
Excellent.
come under standards, right? Not Shine.
Yeah. See, ultimately, there should not be any breakdown. Your equipment or whatever, the resource you have, it should be available for productive work always, isn't it? So for that purpose, yes, we need to follow the third yes, which is shine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, of
So,
course. Yeah. Of course, it's
Can you give me some other examples that for the BPO industries or call center, how you will relate with the cleaning or workplace or health checker? So maybe we can say if we look at IT development point of view or testing point of view, we can say check the servers regularly for without downtime or something. But if you go for a
okay.
call center services or maybe data entry process,
Yeah.
how you will relate
So
the
here
site?
comes, here comes, the deeper understanding of what you call the first yes. It not necessarily means, removing the unnecessary items, right? Even, anything that is unnecessary. If your people are giving, extra information in a call center, in the long run, you should be able to identify that and you should also be able to remove it. Yes or no? So, even documentation, creation of reports. Let's think about a bank creating a report or a call center creating a report. If you generate a lot of report which your management actually really cannot read, that should also be eliminated. Yes or no? Anything. See,
Yes, sir.
think in terms of non-value adding. So all of you should have a clear understanding about what is non-value adding. Straight away, if customer is if really customer is not finding any value in what you are doing, that is definitely non-value adding. Yes or no? If you are doing a work and if that leads to customer satisfaction, customer is not really happy finding a value in what you are doing, then that should be categorized as value adding. Let's say you are doing another task. Now this time it actually leads to frustration. Now, the second type of work or the activity you did, is it still considered value adding or non-value adding now? Non-value adding. Because now it is actually frustrating your customer. Let's say there is a defect. Let's say there is a mistake in your report, right? Let's say there is a delay in the delivery. Obviously, that is actually leading to a frustration. Anything that you do which actually leads to customer dissatisfaction, that should be called non-value adding or waste. All of you agree with me on this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then the third
Sorry to
one.
interrupt, sir. Sir, sorry, really sorry to interrupt. Can I just a small question?
Yeah,
Hello?
please. Yeah, go
Sir,
ahead.
what about complementary services, sir? Certain times, some of the for example, right now I'm in a hospital. Certain times, some complementary services will be given. For few customers, it is considered it is really an value-added thing. For few customers, it is just like an irritation. So in such case, can we mark it as uh, waste or how, sir?
What kind of, can you also tell me what exactly is the
Okay, sir.
complementary?
For example, now a patient got admitted in a hospital, means certain services like a bone marrow test, etc., will be considered. For few
Hmm.
patients, it is good, but for few patients, it is not good. Whereas
Okay.
hospital staff, they are in a critical condition that they can't deny either the management's order or patient's request. So in this case, I was just thinking, is this to be considered as a waste? Because
See,
even though
now
customer is not, sir, please go ahead, sir. Please.
from your input, what I understand is you are talking about two segment of customers, isn't it? Some people, they find it value adding, useful,
Correct.
but some people no. So that means, see, customers, your understanding on the customer segment is very, very important. Your understanding about, what your competitors are doing, that is also very important, because based on that only, customer will perceive value, isn't it? So for a particular segment of customer, if you give some complementary services, yes, they are finding it valuable. In that case, yes, it is value adding. Now the point is you should be able to identify that two segment of customer exist, and you have to have different strategies, not the same. You have to have different strategies.
Correct,
And
sir,
sometimes if you give a complimentary service and then customer really not finding value in it, that means it becomes a case of over processing. It becomes a
Okay,
case
sir.
of
Okay, sure.
over processing. The moment you
Hmm.
realize what you are doing is actually over processing, you must try to eliminate it, right? So it happens sometimes. Not all customers are not same.
Yes.
My requirement, a particular segment's customer segment's requirement from a car is different. Another segment's requirement from a car can be completely different. So customer segment exists and you need to strategize accordingly. Yes, good question. And I was trying to explain, differentiate value adding and non-value adding, right? Value adding, whatever we do, if customer, appreciates it, finds value in it, then it is certainly value adding. Whatever I'm doing, sometimes if it actually causes dissatisfaction or frustration, then it is definitely non-value adding. I must stop doing it. There is a third thing. I am doing a work, but customer doesn't react at all because customer really don't not neither sort is satisfied and nor dissatisfied. That means customer is not at all bothered about what you are doing. In such case, what is it called as?
Necessary non-value added.
It is non-value adding, first of all. It is
Necessary.
non-value adding. Then comes another
Necessary.
analysis. Yeah, whether
Necessary
it is
non-value.
necessary or not necessary, unnecessary. If it is necessary, some kind of essential or regulatory requirement or safety related, customer may not have awareness, but it is definitely a kind of safety requirement. So necessary non-value adding. If it is necessary non-value adding, understand the requirement and fulfill it. That's it. But if it is unnecessary or unnecessary non-value adding, then you can try to eliminate it. Try to eliminate it because it is clearly unnecessary. Like printing reports with a lot of errors or producing parts with the defects. They're all unnecessary, isn't it? Not required. So you can try to eliminate. So or at least continually reduce. So there are three situations. One is clearly value adding because it gives satisfaction. Another thing is frustration. Clearly it is frustration and so you must remove. The third one is there is no impact at all. No positive impact, no negative impact. Here comes our Sampath Anand suggestion. You need to further analyze whether it is necessary non-value adding or unnecessary non-value adding. Unnecessary non-value adding means try to eliminate or continually reduce. But necessary means keep what is required. Understand the requirement and try to fulfill because here the problem is customer do not have the awareness, but it is actually a necessary value adding. If you think in terms of the value adding and non-value adding, all of you will be able to implement the sort in your business process. Am I right? Sort not necessarily mean removing the unnecessary items which are physically present.
Right.
Sort can be implemented at the process also, isn't it? So the deeper meaning. So once you understand the deeper meaning, yes, you will be able to implement it in any workplace. And of course, giving a visual appeal is most important. So visually also you can transform your workplace, no matter what kind of organization it is. It can be a call center, it can be a hospital. See, nowadays, if you go to hospitals, it looks like a 5-star hotel, yes or no? So think of such transformations. And then this thinking, started spreading 1980 onwards because that's the time, the lean become popular and then, it gained the global recognition and companies outside Japan also. And especially US, Europe, they also started adopting lean as well as 5S principle. And why 5S has become, very popular? Because it is very easy to understand and then implement. All of us, like furnish our houses nowadays, isn't it? Why are we furnishing? Are we trying to waste our money?
Upkeep to enhance look.
Yeah. We all very well know when we furnish our house, we feel, much more comfortable and better, whenever we spend time in our house. It looks clean, neat, isn't it? At the same time, well organized, and it will definitely boost our productivity. So the same thing is required in our workplace also. All right. So see here, 1990 onwards, a lot of books and training programs, were introduced, and 5S has, gained enough popularity. And of course, 5S is actually a core component of any improvement initiative. You call it whatever name. Your implementation will be much easier if you start with 5S. We are also recently started an lean implementation in one of our client in Pondicherry. The first thing we did is, first 3 months, 5S implementation, and that too, it started with the pilot. A small 200 to 300 square feet area is selected, and then the 5S is implemented. They were taught the principles, and then they started implementing, and they have seen excellent results. And that has motivated everybody, including the top management. Oh, something we are spending, we're conducting training, and our people are now working immediately. They are working hard, and then completely transform the workplace. So what to say, creating environment very supportive for your improvement initiative is very, very important, which 5S has a big potential to make it happen. Okay.
Sir, Dr. GSK, sir, one thing to add up on this sustain, what you're saying, that sustain,
Yeah, please.
it is very challenging nowadays because due to attrition rate in the customer support center, or used to call it call center, and to maintain the same discipline and continuous improvement, it is very challenging. So how you want to overcome this, sir? Can you so throw light on this, sir? Yeah, regarding sustain, how to do that?
Okay, because of the attrition, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where actually the standardization also comes into picture, right? If you have standardized, it means what? The process is very, very clear, isn't it? How to do a task.
Yes, sir.
So you can quickly onboard your employees if the process is standardized and readily available, and orienting people and training people and then onboarding them can be faster. But at the same time, parallelly, you need to work on reducing the attritions, right? Why people are leaving, and if directly or indirectly the organization is the root of the attrition, then a project is required even to control the attrition, isn't it? You need to make sure your people are motivated to work in your environment, work under your team, work under your management, and find ways to ensure your employees are engaged actively. And then slowly attrition can also come down. But at the same time, we should also be ready for certain worst scenarios where when a person leaves, then the next person comes. You should be able to reduce the onboarding time of the employees, right?
Thank you,
so if you have clear processes ready,
yes.
and it's not a big deal for you to train a new employee. Yes or no?
Yes, you are right.
But imagine the processes are not documented, and then it's not very clear. Then we will be too much depending on the people and not on the process.
Yes.
Right. The dependence should be shifted to the process, so that you will be able to tackle
process based, not the people based. Okay, got it, sir.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you, Dr. GSK, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect. So let's move on. Yes. Okay. So 5S is not just limited to manufacturing. According to our understanding in the last 10 or 15 minutes, 5S can be implemented in all domains. You can think of implementing 5S in this training as well. Yes or no? We should try to figure out, we should try to figure out even the non-value adding information, what we are giving in the program. That should also be removed, isn't it? And make sure everything is related to 5S. So there is a deeper meaning. Once the deeper meaning we are able to understand, yes, we can implement 5S in all industries. Like what to say? Even in the office environment nowadays, 5S has become very popular. And now, even in the digital world, lot of information is shared, isn't it? So there also 5S, implementation is nowadays required. If we check our email, we are not really able to find out the information, that has come recently, isn't it? Too much of information that is available. So we need to really make sure, even the emails are organized properly, isn't it? So the principles are very, very basic and applicable in all industries. And digital 5S concepts have emerged, applying 5S to data organization and electronic workplaces. The methodology continues to evolve as part of the Lean Six Sigma and Industry 4.0 initiative, right? And conclusion, 5S is a good starting point for lean implementation. It has revolutionized the workplace and the efficiency worldwide. What started as a simple concept within Toyota has now become a universal framework. Every company, is interested in implementing 5S because, it can ultimately improve quality, productivity, safety, and, help your organization achieve operational excellence, right? So when the workplace is, properly organized, we are ready for the next level of improvements, right? And we improve in terms of quality, we should improve in terms of productivity, we should improve in terms of the speed, isn't it? The time, the what do you call the delivery timeline, and we should also improve in terms of cost. So achieving operational excellence is very, very important. By the way, one of you, can you define operational excellence in one line? Because 5S is a starting point towards operational excellence. And so what is operation? Because the bigger picture, understanding on the bigger picture is important. Why are we implementing 5S? If this is not answered properly, I think, people may not derive the required motivation. Hope all of you agree with me on that, right?
Yes.
So what is
Yes.
one line? Definitely, this is leader's job. Leader's job to, help your team understand why your organization has started the 5S journey. Why are we laying the foundation for today? Right? Today, why are we laying the foundation? What is the bigger structure that is going to come up? Right?
Like continuous improvement should be there. So there should be like a case on what you said. This that's for the continuous improvement. We need to have these things.
Operational excellence,
Yes.
And also
we can say,
process improve. Okay, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
one by one. Yeah.
So what I was trying to say is that operational excellence means it may refer to the process to be developed on a time, meeting the specification and the customer record, all put together.
Correct.
So,
if I-
maximum
Yes, sir, yeah.
utilization of input and conversion to output.
Very good. Effective utilization of input and then conversion to output. Yes, we
Delivering
call it a
high
process.
quality products.
Delivering quality products to our customer. So operational excellence in one line, it means our organization should be better than our competitors. Our organization should be better than our competitors in terms of quality, productivity, cost, and delivery. Or in other words, our operational KPIs must be better than our competitors' operational KPIs. You understand the meaning of it? If your operational KPIs are better than your competitors' KPI, that means, slowly customers will start preferring your products and services. By the way, operations are nothing but, your daily activities, isn't it? All the activities that your people are doing in short term, because your short term results finally decides what? Your long term results. Am I right? So your short term results mainly depends on how do you spend your, time on a daily basis, isn't it? Imagine a kid spending the time very efficiently, effectively for, preparation. What will happen in the long run? The child can come out as the first ranker, yes or no? Wherever you are right now, don't worry. All that you need to do is you need to focus on improving your operational KPIs. By the way, what is a KPI? Key performance indicator. So what is key performance indicator? It is a metric. It is a metric that will help you to understand whether you are traveling in the right direction or not, whether you are traveling at the right speed or not. Without the KPI, you really do not understand whether a progress is happening or not. Are you with me, all of you? Certain metrics are really required. Then only you understand whether you will achieve a goal or not. Right? So operational KPIs will help you to understand whether operational goals can be achieved or not. Are we moving in the right direction or not? Are we moving at the right speed or not? They're nothing but metrics. If the operational goals are achieved, you know what will happen? Your long-term goals will get achieved. What is a long-term goal? Strategic goal. We call it strategic goal. So the top management is responsible for ensuring the goals are shared effectively. Yes or no? Goals must be shared. Then only the alignment happens. The synergy happens. When synergy happens, 1 plus 1 can be any big number. Otherwise, it is always 2. Am I right? Every single project, there is a linkage to the top management's goal. Am I correct? If you are proposing an 5S implementation, propose the 5S implementation along with a KPI targeted. If you implement the 5S, and this is going to be the result. How do I know whether a result will be achieved or not? A metric is required, isn't it? A metric is required. Look at your, let's say productivity. And you should find a way to measure the productivity in the current situation. Then implement the 5S and measure the productivity again. Now the management will be able to recognize the improvement that is achieved because of the project. Yes or no? So KPIs, plays an important role. It's very important that, you connect every single implementation to 1 or 2 well-defined KPI. Then only you will be able to justify the implementation. Otherwise, they will think, you just, wasted time and, resources in implementing something. You implement, and this is what I implemented, and see, look at these KPI. This is going to improve, and that will improve, right? So operational excellence means your operational KPIs are better in comparison to your competitors, right? We need to create such a scenario where your operational KPIs are better than your competitors' operational KPI, particularly the KPIs that will reflect the quality, the KPIs that will reflect the productivity, the KPI that will reflect, the cost and delivery aspect. If you take care of the KPIs related to all of these things, slowly, what will happen? Your competitors' customers will become your customers. Correct? So this is what is operational excellence. This is the bigger picture. This is what we want to achieve in the long run. The moment you become operational excellent, that means, your organization started growing, started acquiring new customers, started acquiring customers of your competitors' customers started becoming your customers. Once you trigger that, your market share will improve and your company can become a market leader in the near future, right? And normally 3 to 5 years is a good time for creating a strategic plan. And then finally, the plan must be converted into measurable metrics, what we call it as KPIs. And at the operational level, identify few KPIs and try to link your implementation to one of the KPI. And then it will be much easier to convince anybody, to support your implementation, as well as you can convince them on the results as well. All right. So 5S is a foundation for lean implementation and operational excellence. Lean implementation means waste elimination. Waste elimination means efficiency improvement. Efficiency means how good you are or how effectively you are utilizing the resources. How much resources you consume. To perform a task, how much resources you consume. And tell me, all of you, how much resources we can consume while performing a work. The right amount of resources that are actually required to perform the task. Yes or no? For everything, there is a prescription. This is the amount of resource you can consume for doing a particular work. And if you consume the resource excessively, that is what we call it as inefficiency, right? Resource can be time also, isn't it? Time is also a resource. Manpower is a resource. Material is a resource. Machineries are resource. If you consume any of these resources excessively than what is required to deliver a result, we call it inefficiency. And any form of inefficiency is known as a waste. Another definition of waste is a form of inefficiency. In order to realize or recognize the inefficiency, you should be able to understand how much resource is actually required, what is theoretically required, and what is practically consumed. Is it important to know this information, all of you? A particular task, to perform a particular task, only this much time is required. But really, how much we are consuming? When we measure the time, we come to know we are taking double the time. And that then immediately we understand inefficiency exists. And, it can be, the situation can be changed. That can be an improvement project. So eliminate waste and enhance efficiency. And standardize processes for consistency. Consistency means what? No less variation, isn't it? Less variation. This is what consistency. That means good control. Good control, and the results are same across various factors, right? So standardized processes for consistency and improves workplace safety and quality. So 5 years when implemented effectively, yes, definitely that can enhance safety in the organization as well. And so automatic, and then the next level, the quality can also go up, right? So 5 years is actually a foundational approach. It's a preparation. Please understand, all of you. Any or whatever consulting projects you take, the first thing, one of the first thing you can suggest them is implementing the 5 years principle. And you will see a cultural transformation happening. The people will become more cooperative with you. And then your next level of implementation can be a super hit success. All right, let's move on. And 5 years can boost employee engagement and productivity. Yes or no? If the workplace is neat, clean, well organized, and properly equipped, obviously, people will, employees would love to come and sit in the workplace. They can, even continue. The retention can be better, simply because, in addition to other factors, salary, etc., the kind of environment you give it to your people, that is also an important factor, isn't it, for retention? All right. The people, when people feel safe, secure, they continue to travel with you. And 5 years basically provides a strong foundation for lean tools and continuous improvement. So 5 years is not just about organization, it's a strategic enabler for lean Six Sigma and operational excellence by fostering efficiency, quality, safety, and a culture of continuous improvement. This line is very, very important, all of you. You can make a note of it. What is 5 years? 5 years is a strategic enabler. Then you will be able to realize, how can you implement 5 years as part of your journey. If you are running a call center, and what can be a good 5 years project for you? You can even think of changing the environment. Try to understand. See, try to make the environment more and more effective, more and more efficient, and more convenient to your people. Am I right? Workplace more and more effective for the people, efficient for the people, and convenient for the people. Any system will deliver result only if it is effective, efficient, and the most importantly, should be convenient for the people in all aspects. Even you can consider the ergonomic aspect of the workplace. If the workplace is made more convenient, that means less effort, more result. So 5 years is actually a strategic enabler. Okay. So maybe since we are talking about what to say, the convenience. Okay, we'll do a small activity a little later. And now, so the big picture, benefits of lean in any workplace, right? Not necessarily manufacturing, right? So it reduces waste. You all know what is a waste. Waste is a form of inefficiency, and it can speed up the turnaround time and streamline the resource deployment. It can build customer satisfaction and loyalty, boost business profitability. It can ultimately support the global growth. You see here, I was telling, lean Toyota production system. You can see the structure of TPS. What is written here? Standardized work. Can you see standardization is the foundation and stability. Your standards must continue to exist even in the long run. Kaizen, continual improvement. Heijunka. Heijunka means equalizing, right? Equalizing the load, or equalizing, the distributing the work equally, and or leveling the work. So these are all foundational requirement. if you see any problems with respect to these, and that should be the first project. And 5 was, actually helps in all of these things. And once this is happening, then a pillar is focusing on ensuring just in time approach. Just in time. You know what is just in time? Producing parts or offering service at the right time, or exactly at the required time and exactly in the required quantity, isn't it? So just in time means we produce parts or offer services only when they are required. Very simple. The demand and supply should be matched, balanced. Whenever you can balance the demand and supply, that is known as just in time. Like in our house, all of us practice just in time. Many of our work are made just in time only in our house. Am I right? All of you? We prepare breakfast only in the morning. We never prepare breakfast on the previous day, isn't it? That's the best thing. That's the best scenario, isn't it? Everybody, is happy with that. The same thing should happen in your workplace as well. So there is a pillar known as just in time, and there are various tools available here which can actually, help you to understand whether you are able to establish just in time. You are able to respect these principles or not. The principle is very same. Demand and supply should be matched. And for that, you can think of using all these tools. On the other side, there is an approach known as built-in quality. What is the quality you are expecting out of your system? That is known as built-in quality. In Japanese language, they call it jidoka, right? And jidoka means actually, your system is made capable enough to find out any abnormality. If the built-in quality is not getting delivered, if there is a deviation, your system itself will detect and immediately alert the people. And so what happened? They can immediately correct. So and we will be doing all of these things continually, so that ultimately after a certain cycle of improvement, and you will be able to achieve the zero failure scenario, where no failures will be happening and everything will be happening in a flawless manner. There will be a flow of what you call value towards the customer every single second, right? And there are certain tools here, tools like Pokayoke and all are coming under Jidoka to ensure the built-in quality is delivered always to the customer. And if you actually understand all these 3 categories of principles, like the foundation, principles of productivity and principles of quality, and you will start getting these kind of results: highest quality, lowest cost, shortest lead time, and you can write whatever other benefits you want to write, right? This is the structure of TPS, Toyota Production System. And yes,
Sir,
and
sir,
yes,
previous slide. Sir, previous
yeah.
slide. Can I add one benefit that is very important? The
Oh, sure.
safety improvement. 5 years
Obviously,
improves the
obviously.
safety.
Yes. I agree. Nowadays, people are talking about even the 6th. Yes, definitely. The 5 years benefits can be stretched to safety
Add.
as well. Definitely. It will improve the workplace safety. So if you consider TPS, why TPS is very popular? Why, the companies, even outside Japan, they all wanted to implement? Because the principles are very powerful. First of all, if I ask you what is a principle, what do you think can be a good answer? Principle means what?
Basic fundamental of work.
Yeah, fundamental work. Very good. Anything else? Can we disrespect principles? If you read something as a principle, is it okay to disrespect it?
No,
Is it
sir.
a law?
Definitely.
No, sir.
That means when we write something as a principle, it means enough research is already done, right? So, and this is nothing but the lesson learned from a failure, isn't it? After spending enough amount of time and after doing enough research, companies, organizations have realized certain things. Your company should not again, invest on the same research. Yes or no? There is no point. It's already well proven. Certain information is already available. Just embrace it. So you will have time to go beyond what do you call the past research. You will be able to really find, some new knowledge. So these principles are nothing but, the lessons learned. It can, help you to understand the best practices. So hereafter, anything you find it out as a principle, try to respect it, try to live in harmony with the principle, right? So TPS had 14 such beautiful principles categorized into 4 groups. The first principle or first set of principle, this is based on long-term philosophy. Any decision you take, the decision must be taken considering the long-term benefit and not the short-term benefit. All of you agree with me on this? You will be able to make the right decision. Let's say, imagine you have some 50 lakhs excess fund. Now you need to invest that fund. If you make your investment decision based on a short result, you may end up losing all the 50 lakhs. Yes or no? But if you take your investment decision based on a long-term benefit, let's wait for 3 years or 5 years, and then think twice. You take whatever amount of time that is needed to create a plan. But once a decision is taken, then you must implement it aggressively. And whenever you make a decision, make sure your decision is based on long-term gains and not short-term gains, so that the chance of success will be very, very higher. It can be as, very close to 100%, right? So that is first principle. And the second category outlines 7 principles related to process. Totally, there are 14. 7 principles focused on process. And the third, 3 principles that focus on people, because respecting people is one important, point in TPS. So it's very important that all of us respect the people within our organization. Hope all of you agree with me on that, right? Just because you wanted to bring about some improvement, it should not happen at the expense of disrespecting the existing people. Yes, they need changes. They have to make changes. They have to support in your improvement, but make sure you engage them properly. You train them and make them understand the benefits, and then actually uh, explain them on the improvement opportunity. So there are 3 principles that focus on people and partners, and another 3 that focus on problem solving and organization learning. When it comes to organization learning, all of us learn in our life. Am I right? We have learned so many things, so far in our life. How do we learn? We studied class by class. Do you remember, all of you? All of us? We studied first standard, second standard, third standard. We have certain amount of knowledge today. It is simply because we have spent enough time, every single year. So we all as an individual, we learn class by class. Same manner. How is your organization learning? Very important, your organization should also learn. So organization normally learns project by project. If no projects are happening, it simply means your organization is not learning. All of you, do you understand what I'm saying here? An organization
Correct.
learn project by project. If you go back, make sure some project happens in your workplace. Otherwise, your organization one day will become completely outdated. So project is nothing but an improvement. Very simple. Any improvement. You improve something. All of you are responsible for improvement. You might hold a different designation. You might work in different companies, but your company hired you basically believing that you will help the company in improving something. If you could demonstrate improvement, that can be considered as a project. Very simple. Okay. So now let's quickly read out, all these principles. They will be extremely helpful. See here, management decision must be based on long-term benefits. If your decision happens even at the expense of certain short-term financial goals, still it is okay. Like Jio, when they introduced their products in the market, you know what they did, all of you? Jio, I think
They given free of cost.
They're
it's
given the free service,
They
yeah,
have given
they introduced their product, free of cost.
free of
yes.
cost.
Financially, it's definitely a clear loss for them. But why did they, still decided to give the product completely free for 1 or 2 years?
Only for
Because
branding.
because their
And to
focus
cover the focus
is,
of the customer.
Yeah.
yes, it is
Long-term vision.
branding, yes, it is, many other things, but ultimately it is a long-term gain
Long-term
for the
vision.
company.
Yes, long
Yeah.
term.
It's a long-term gain, isn't it? Today they are a market leader. We can easily see that. When introduced, see how can a company survive without even charging their customers? If everything is freely offered, how can they survive? And Jio was able to, survive simply because it was part of their strategic plan. They have, the initiative has been supported by, the strategic plan. They made the resources available to survive, isn't it? So that's why, the strategic plan is very important. 3 years, 5 years plan is important, and all your small initiative should be in perfect alignment with your long-term strategic plan. Then companies will be able to know what to say, understand the benefits of all the tools, principles, what we are talking, right? So first point, your decisions must be focused on what you call these long-term gains, even if it happens at the expense of some short-term loss. It's okay. During the time of construction of the bridge, be a lot of difficulties. Just because there are difficulties, we should not stop constructing the bridges and flyovers. Yes or no? Because the long-term gain is definitely a fruitful benefit for all the stakeholders. Okay. And coming to the process, create a continuous flow to bring problems to the surface. There has to be a flow from start till end. If you establishing a flow means if I complete my part, it will trigger the next part. If the trigger is not happening, or if there is, let's say there is a stuck up, then immediately, it can be visualized. So we need to uh, ensure, a flow from start till end, right? And it should be like, flowing like a river. A river always flow, and river always flow forward, isn't it? The same thing should happen. That means, continuously value must get added. And wherever you see there is an interruption in terms of the value, yes, that can be an improvement opportunity. And use pull to avoid overproduction and inventory. What is pull? Pull means there must be a demand, then only supply should happen. There must be a demand, then only supply should happen. If no demand is felt, and supply should be stopped. All of you agree with me on this? You have so many processes within your organization. For your process to run and produce an output, some other process should trigger a demand. Are you with me, all of you? Internally, you do something. It can be an internal purchase order. It can be an internal, order node. You call it whatever. Or it can be somebody, coming and giving a signal. Sir, we need 10 units of this. Then only, production should happen. So you will see a flow. You will see a connectivity. And you will be able to understand whether the demand and supply are matching at all levels, not just at the end user. Otherwise, people always over forecast and then, incur all forms of inefficiency. They produce so much and then finally say, sir, the sales is not happening. Because you always, think about the demand from the end user point of view. At every process level, you need to think demand and supply so that you can eliminate wastages like overproduction and inventory. And the fourth principle, level out the workload. Level out the workload means all the resources should be equally loaded. You should make sure even the weakest link in your chain survives, during the action. See here, you should develop a system in such a way that even the weakest link within your chain should survive. Just to help you understand, if I explain the concepts in a way that even a slow learner can understand, it simply means all of you are understanding. Yes or no? Yeah. So when you are developing a system, try to ensure even the weakest element is able to perform and deliver result. Right? So that is the leveling out the workload. All other element should come to support the weakest element. Otherwise, people will always, play the game of, blaming. Hey, this is the failure is because of him. No, you should always, never blame people. Rather, you respect them, and all the other elements of your system should actually support the weakest element, and make sure all the element moves in the same pace. That's very, very important. Another principle. This is known as Heijunka, or leveling out the work, right? And build a culture of stopping to fix. You know what is stopping to fix? If a mistake happens, it is good to stop, correct, and then progress. Am I correct or not? Let's say one particular slide you are not able to understand. And there are two options now. Whether you understand or not, I can simply move forward with other slides because I have to finish off all the slides. This is one approach. Another approach is we stop, discuss, interact, discuss, and then somehow the doubt is clarified, and then we proceed, which is good. The second one is good. If you
The
stop
second one
now,
is good, sir.
yeah, if you stop now, it's a small interruption. Otherwise, it will be a big disaster later on. Yes or no? You have an option to decide whether you need a big disaster later on, or are you okay for a short interruption right now. I know it is painful, it is difficult, it will disturb your current work, current commitments. I very much agree to that. But still, considering look at the first principle. What is the first principle? Your decision must be based on the long-term benefit. Right? Very, very important, right? So that's the fifth principle. And sixth is standardized task and process, which is the foundation for continuous improvement and employee empowerment. Unless and until standards are there, you will not know who is performing correctly and who is performing wrongly, isn't it? You will be too much people-centric and then always appreciate people who give result, and always, mistreat the people who don't give result. But actually, what is a good approach is you must standardize. Even a newcomer should be able to follow your SOP and then produce the result. Very important. And then use visual control so no problems are hidden. Use visual control so no problems are hidden. Wherever possible, establish dashboard. Establish dashboard. Problems are not hidden, isn't it? Say, for example, we have shared the schedule with all of you. Am I right? So if there is any what do you call, not actually finishing off the topics, then it will get visualized, yes or no? Otherwise, what will happen? And nobody can predict anything. Simply, the time is spent and then the course is over. So create dashboard, visual management. It can be a physical board or it can be an electronic board. Somehow there has to be, a visibility to where, about the process, right? So use visual control so no problems are hidden. People will be able to detect the abnormality, and hence, that can be considered for improvement. And always think about using only reliable and thoroughly tested technology to support your people. Just because you wanted to support your people, don't just adopt, unreliable, what do you call, technology, or unreliable tools or whatever. Anything that you provide to your people should be thoroughly tested and then give. See, for example, nowadays, the AI is dominating. Now, which AI tool you want to train your people? Now, it's very important that you choose the right one for your people. Isn't otherwise, it will be again another kind of failure. So likewise. So you understood? All the principles are clear here?
Sir, could you please explain the fourth principle, Ravi?
Fourth one. What is that? Number 4.
Level
Level out
out
the
the work.
workload. If you have multiple resources, and make sure all the resources are loaded equally. Maybe you have 5 doctors in a hospital. Now, one doctor, is overloaded, other doctor is underloaded. Is it good? Not correct. You have to equally load. Then only if, then only, what will happen, you will be, more efficient. You will be able to, finish off your, say, for example, you are producing, using 5 machineries. 1,000 units are required. You can produce all 1,000 from a single machine, or you can divide the requirement into 200 to each machine. Now, what is the advantage of dividing the 1,000 to 200 to each machine? You will be able to produce faster, yes or no?
Yeah.
And all the machines are now equally loaded. And I gave an example of machine, but actually it should be a resource. Resource means, you very well know. Even the human resource is also a form of resource. Everything, should be equally loaded. If you equally loaded, that also help you to understand if there is any weakness within your system, that will be visualized. Yes or no? Let's say one doctor is not correct. He makes too many mistakes. Unless and until you engage him with the patient, how do you know? Yes or no? All the resources must be equally loaded. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Definitely. You have 5 telecallers.
correct, sir.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
one
Correct.
telecaller, may not be very efficient, and then, not really, convincing the leads, etc. And unless and until you treat them equally, you will not be able to actually validate that, the particular executive requires, some additional training. So leveling out, this is the important principle. Hope it is clear, right?
Sir, I didn't understood
Sir,
that
one more.
Number
one
5.
should,
Yes, sir. Yes, one by
Yeah.
one.
yeah, one should understood that one should support other process. That means where it is weak, the other one should support and
Correct. That is also there. Yeah.
Or
If this-
delegating
see,
the task.
and
Delegating
what
the
about
task.
that work like tortoise or not the hare? What we relate
See,
to?
imagine, you are a group of 5 friends. All of you should catch a flight. Now you all come from different place, and one of your friend is, very far away from the airport. Now you have to design your process mainly based on one of your friend who is starting from a very far distance. Yes or no? If your plan is supporting that particular individual, all other 4 will automatically reach the airport. Am I correct?
Correct.
Right.
Right.
That is how, because ultimately, the organization success is important. Your team success is important than individual success.
Yes.
Sir,
That is what we need to
Correct.
sir, what is the correlating of tortoise now? Because one person has to start early, right? And to reach for the long distance. And where it comes place of tortoise here?
Yeah, see, here, leveling out. See, rabbit, or what do you call, it is written as, the hare.
Here.
So that normally, runs faster. But whereas a tortoise cannot run faster. But tortoise is part of your system, isn't it?
Mm.
Now you have to see, there is another important requirement. A system must be convenient for the people.
Yes.
System must be
Yes.
convenient for the people. Dabbawalas, they succeeded. How?
Yeah, they work as a tortoise.
Team.
All of them are average people. If you look at the employees of Dabbawalas, isn't it? But they are very famous.
Rightly said, sir.
The system is made convenient. And UPI transactions nowadays happening everywhere in villages. Uneducated people also use, the digital transaction. How? The system is designed for them. Yes or no?
I believe it's like sort of consistency in the process. Like tortoise maintained the consistency, and then that is the reason why he won the race. Rather than he did it at fast in early stage, and later on he could not maintain the consistency and lost the race. So
True. That's true. That is true. See, all the principles, together will get you the result. And see, these are powerful lessons. You should always, keep it as a wisdom within you. And whichever works best, and in a best combination you can implement. But this is the idea. See, there is also a separate tool known as theory of constraints. All of you might have heard. The theory of constraint is, we identify the constraint and then try to improve the system. If the constraint is resolved, then the next constraint comes. Right? Either we level out the work to suit the tortoise, or we convert all the tortoise into a hare. Sir, no? Ultimately, the leveling should happen.
Yes.
Have I answered?
This example is not fitting into that workload, sir. Like a tortoise. Because
sir,
I'm a little bit of confused here. Because when you claim about relating with the tortoise and the
Yeah, I think one of our participants correctly told, no, it's about consistency, not just running fast. and then taking rest.
Dr. JSK, sir, I can answer. I can give that. See, when it comes to
Please.
level out workload, means suppose, for example, the biomedical industry, we cannot put all the samples on one machine. We need to do the workflow analysis, consistency. Based on that, we need to upgrade. We need to upgrade to higher end modular or integration modular, so that the consistency and the results accurate is there. So that's why he says that level out the workload based on workflow analysis, consistency, and keep on that. I'm rightly answered, sir? Yeah.
Correct. You're right. And see here is the message. Here is the message. This is a supporting story. We can drag the story to our convenience. But here is the message. Make sure the workload is leveled out. Right? So that's how it is.
How about point number 5? I'm not able to get that one, sir. Like
build a culture of stopping to fix. If a mistake is happened, you can hide the mistake and proceed with the next, or the mistake can be highlighted and then it can be investigated. There are two options. Yes or no?
Yes, especially it happens in the production department, sir. Something, if it is something not fixed properly, they continue. But we need to have the metrics for analyzing what batch is gone, fix it up, and streamline the things where the deviation is getting reduced and quality is improved.
I tell you, these principles are created to suit Toyota. But later, organizations realized that these principles are applicable to other domains as well. And that's why they renamed it as lean. And then these principles are reconstructed to lean principles, and there are only 5. Because when creating these principles, these are mainly meant for manufacturing only. But however, still, in my opinion, these are applicable to other processes as well. So stopping to fix problem means if let's say a hospital produces a report, by mistake there is a wrong report is created. Diagnosis is done and patient name is changed. Now you have two options. Immediately, you change the patient and change the patient name and then rework on the report and then proceed. You can also think about the root cause of that mistake. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Why? How come the patient name got misprinted? What is the root of it? If I ask this question, this definitely might take extra time. Yes or no? You can straight away rework and then proceed. Another thing is how it got changed. Am I correct? So, identifying the root and fixing the problem definitely helps. Good. So, I think we have read all the points. Is it so? Yeah, see here, people and partners. Grow leaders who thoroughly understand the work, live the philosophy, and then teach others. Right? And develop exceptional people and teams who will follow your company's philosophy. And respect your extended network of partners, whomsoever associated with your organization. They should also live up to your capability. Yes or no? Otherwise, ultimately, you are responsible for the product or the service you offer. And so whomsoever you involve as suppliers, they should also have capability in line with yours. That's known as partners, network of partners. And when it comes to problem solving, go and see for yourself to thoroughly understand the situation. When you are solving a problem, don't just analyze the problem, just sitting in your cabin. Go to the actual place where problem occurred. Go and see and try to gather the information, gather data, and try to capture all the facts about the problem. That's in lean we call it Gemba. That's very important. Make decisions slowly by consensus, thoroughly considering all options. But then once decision is taken, you must implement the decision rapidly. And ultimately become a learning organization through relentless reflection and continuous improvement. So whatever you learn, yes, make sure it is implemented in other places as well. Hope all these principles, you are able to connect, but definitely for manufacturing industry, yes, you will be able to straight away connect it. But if you actually understand, spend some time and understand, the exact information behind, you will be able to implement in your organization as well. Say, for example, grow leaders. Why should you grow leaders? Then only you will be able to delegate the work. Otherwise, you will be the only person doing everything. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So very, very powerful principles of Toyota.
I have a question. Like when
Oh,
we are
yes.
using this 5S and Japanese technique, they use continuous improvement, whereas management system standard focus on continual improvement. So how we should be focused on? Like management system says everywhere it is a continual improvement, whereas these techniques says about continuous improvement.
Good. So what is the difference? Continual improvement means
You have to
we
achieve
sustain,
at a
isn't it?
certain level, and then you have to set new objectives or target. You
Yeah.
achieve those, you sustain at that level, and again set the higher objectives. That is
Yeah.
continual improvement.
True, true. So here the meaning of continuous improvement is improvement should be considered as a never-ending journey. There is no end to improvement projects. I have done 100 projects, so my improvement is over. No, it's not like that. After 100, there will be 101, 102, and things like that. But at the same time, in continual improvement, another important requirement is you should be able to sustain the benefits. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So you sustain the improvement and then go with the next project. And so this is the difference, the basic, the terminology. So it's sometimes, but yes, Kaizen also, actually it means continuous improvement only. But however, sustaining the benefit is very, very important. And that's why, the another term is also introduced, continual improvement. Good
So
question.
whether the organization shall focus on continual improvement or continuous improvement.
No, see, the meaning is understood now. Continual improvement in the sense any project you do, you should be able to sustain the benefits. You have some kind of what you call, mechanism to retain the benefits. Then you go for the further improvement.
Like when we say 5S implementation, we may introduce 1S, we will sustain to 1S, then we will go to 2S, we will sustain at 2S, then we will go to 3rd S, we will sustain that. So it was considered as continual improvement. Why it refers to continuous? Because there are chances you may fall down from the 3S to 2S or 2S to 1S.
So the word continuous can be used to insist on a never-ending journey of improvement. That's it.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Finish one project, go with the next project. Okay, I think we can also take a short break here, right? And then we will continue, right? Let's take a 10 minutes break here.
Okay.
Is that okay to all of you?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
It is actually required for even the survival of the organization, right? So 5S is basically a simple organizational strategy that can transform your business. It is efficiency, competitiveness, and survival. Okay. It's a systematic approach to organizing a workplace that has revolutionized the manufacturing and even the other non-manufacturing environments like office or whatever. Originating from Japanese manufacturing practices, each year represents a distinct principle that transform cluttered, inefficient spaces into very productive work environment, right? We already discussed about ECS, sort, set in order, like, shine, and then standardize, sustain. We know the broader meaning, right? So sort is separating the unnecessary, the non-value adding. And set in order is a place for everything and everything in its place. And shine is cleaning, health check, plus the daily maintenance. And then standardize and create procedures, assign time, and create SOPs, train your people, and make sure the variation is arrested and controlled to the extent possible. And then how can we continue doing the same even over a longer term, right? So how can we make 5S as a part of our culture, 5S as a part of our, responsibility, and there has to be a transformation at the DNA level that is sustained. Okay. So 5S is a system of visual management. Look at the picture; it is self-explanatory. The every location within, let's say, a storage area or a warehouse, is marked by a specific, identification number. So what I'm trying to say is, if the 5S is implemented, yes, it can take your business to any next level. Probably the entire area can be digitized later on, right? But this is a beginning. And first developed at Toyota in 1950. And of course, it's a foundational method for the lean manufacturing. Implementing a good 5S will systematically remove unnecessary items, equipment, underline even the unnecessary steps within your process. So that way, 5S is certainly applicable in all industries. And of course, any physical resource exists, yes, definitely you will be able to connect. Implementing a good 5S will improve the workflow, obviously. And it will establish better standards. So you will be able to, make your employees really, engaged and then motivated. Yes, it can lead to all of these benefits. Yeah. I think we already talked about, these things. Rules are created so that, people will be able to hold the gain even in the long term. Like you can connect even, the 5S implementation with the employees, career growth. If you connect, the 5S practices with the employees' career growth, and definitely, you will be able to sustain because 5S has become a way of management in such organization. Okay. Now let's try to connect our learning by doing a small activity. I want maybe one volunteer. Maybe I don't know whether you will be able to move my cursor. Let me check. Yeah, remote control. And who is the volunteer? I think I should be able to give the control to you, and then I will tell you what are you supposed to do. Come on, one volunteer. Shall I consider two people on the video? Should I consider Sandeep or Varun? Yes. Okay. So let me check. Sandeep Ambilkar is going to help us. So I'm giving control to him. Sandeep, can you try moving this pointer? Try moving this point. Are you able to move?
Yes.
Are you able to move? Yes, very good. And now all of you can help Sandeep, right? There is a small, simple task Sandeep will be doing. And maybe some more of you can come on camera so that, there can be an effective interaction happening, right? So Sandeep has to find out numbers starting from 1 from my screen. Starting from 1 and he can go up to 49. And let's see how things work, right? On all others, you can help Sandeep. You can guide him. So shall we start now?
Yes.
Are you ready,
Yes,
Sandeep?
sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And all of you, you have to work as a team. Remember, I've shared a lot of principles, right? And you have to help each other and work as a good team, work as a good system, right? So try to help Sandeep. That's the message here. So your time starts now. Sandeep, you can start with 1.
54
It's
below
there
1.
and bottom.
54 below 1.
Left bottom.
No, 54 below 1 is there.
Right.
In between
54
and 61.
below 1.
The one is
68 above 2.
And 3
58.
is top right, say, top left.
21.
Three is on the left top.
21 above 3.
67 above 4. 41 above 5.
Oh, so we need to tell him the location also.
Yes, that is what I am saying. You mark it off. 54
Mark it
below
out,
is
yeah.
1.
Mark it out,
Yeah,
mark
you
it
mark-
out.
yeah.
54 below is 1.
Make a circle.
There
Make a
are
circle.
cursor is not moving.
Cursor is not moving. Sir, there is some challenges facing.
Oh, really? Wait. I have given the control to you. You should be able to move. Okay, remote controlled. Already Sandeep is having. Let me stop the control and again give him remote control and Sandeep. One more time I have given. Try to move. You are able to move?
Yeah, come on, 54.
Yeah, but writing and all not a difficult task for him. Let him just show the number.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
54 below 1.
Yeah, it is here.
You just keep the cursor there. 1. Move on, down, down,
On
down.
your left
The
left side.
second row,
Move to the left side on the bottom.
Side.
28 and 54.
Or else come the bottom 61, above is 1. Come second bottom.
Cursor is not moving.
Left side bottom
Second
and
one.
61 above.
Wait. I think he's not able to move the cursor.
So
Again, so how many number you finished, Sandeep? Let me again.
One
Five.
more.
One
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 count
is
down.
there.
Two
No.
is there in above. 68.
68 to
2.
that are
Yes.
3 and
Above
last
the
corner. Last corner, left,
corner, left top.
extreme left. Extreme left. 48 and 21.
Top left,
first one.
top
First
left.
one.
Top left.
Right.
3.
4 is on the below. 67 and 79 between.
76, 67. Come down straight away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 67. Come down.
Yeah.
Diagonally come down. 4 is there. 67 is 4. In between of 67 and 79. Come down.
Scroll down,
Move
scroll down, yeah. Move the cursor below. Still. On the bottom row.
Bottom.
Row.
Bottom.
No, diagonally come. Diagonally come down. Automatically the 4 will touch.
Last row of the
Now come down, sir. 32 diagonally come. Same position, you come down, 4 will be available.
I think the cursor is not.
Sir, down to the page.
Down to the
Down on
58,
58.
you can see 85 only. 13, then 67, then 44.
Are you able to move?
Diagonally move to right side. Right
Once
bottom.
again.
So the cursor gone top, sir.
Okay, one more time I'm giving him. Okay. Yes, sir. Continue that.
Yes, 4
Same direction, come down. Come down.
58.
Yeah, 4.
4.
And go 41.
41
Same
top
direction,
side.
upward.
41.
41
direction,
top
upward.
side.
Upward.
41.
Same direction.
Near 41.
In center.
Top. 41.
5.
41.
Yes, 5.
57.
Below 87. Below
24
87.
center.
6. Next to
Below
57.
24 center.
Top left side
Top,
68
top.
topper.
Top.
Top third one.
Side.
Yes.
Left side.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
7.
Somewhat above.
7 on 52. Right side, right corner.
Yeah.
Right side
Come down.
bottom. Above 25.
Yes.
And
perfect.
same direction, 8.
8.
44 near. 44 23 center.
Upward. Go upward. Move on upward. Same direction.
Left side. Yes.
Right.
And same direction upward. Upward 9.
27. 72 near.
18 and
27.
27.
Second row. Okay,
Below
below 20.
yes.
18. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And below 64 is 10.
10 come down.
Top, bottom.
64. 11 upward.
side.
One more step.
Top side.
Very good. Yeah,
And go straight direction. 12 is there. 57.
10.
84.
Ramesh, very good.
And 13 is below 58. Top, bottom row.
Yeah.
14 is 32.
32.
32. And 15 is there. 78. Small one.
More. Scroll up. Yeah. Very good.
15. Come down.
Very good.
16.
Will come down.
Right things are going right.
17.
Sandeep, good.
18. 19 at the
come
bottom
down.
of the row. Bottom of the row.
19. Yeah.
Left
19,
corner.
16.
Yes.
No. Go up. There is a
that's 19.
58 and 16 in between. Right. Same direction. Right side.
50 down. 52 60.
Below 50.
16. Yeah. Correct.
That is
Very good.
61 actually.
Go up
That
to
is 61.
25.
19 at
Actually,
the bottom of
that
the
is
row.
61.
Bottom
Actually,
of the left
54
side.
below is
19 at the
19.
bottom of the row.
54 below is 19.
Bottom of the left side.
This is 19.
Yeah, 90. Below. Come down.
And
scroll down.
20 is at the
Bottom.
below 74.
You put the top side.
Yeah, if you scroll up on the say, yes.
Same, you have 21.
21 below 48.
Up, up.
21 below 48.
You put
First
up.
row. First row. First row. Above, left.
21, yes.
And 22 is the last first line. Above 85 is 22.
Between 85 and 50.
Yes.
Okay.
22.
23 is on the first.
Just move diagonally for 20. Right side.
Right.
And
24,
24 the top.
24 above second row.
Up.
Up.
09 near.
Above
Yes.
24. Very good. Good.
Okay, I think enough. Well played,
Very
Sandeep
good.
sir and
Very
others.
good. Very good.
Yes, you all did
Very
well.
good.
Did well. Thank you.
Very good. Very good.
Thank
Sandeep.
you. So now I will take over the control here. Just a minute. Yes. What happened? Yeah. Remote control. Stop remote control. So see all of you, the learning here is we wanted to find out the numbers from 1 to 49. We spent, a considerable time. But
Yes,
how many numbers Sandeep was able to
24, sir.
find out? 24 numbers.
24, sir. Yes, sir.
So let us say, let's say a specified point of time, 49 numbers have to be identified, but what happened? Only 24. And there were definitely there is a lag. Yes or no? It is taking more time and there is a struggle. And sometimes certain numbers are identified wrongly. You see here, 19 and 1961, and there was a confusion. All of these things are happening. But what is the task? He has to identify numbers from 1 to 49. But look at the slide. There are numbers other than 1 to 49 here. Yes or no? That is what has actually created all the trouble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the unnecessary numbers from my screen first. That means I am just implementing the first yes. You know what is first yes? Sort. Remove the unnecessary. Now I removed. The game is identifying 1 to 49. If Sandeep again plays the same game and all of you are going to help him again in the same manner, do you think he can be more productive now?
Yes, sir. We need to, we need to set an order.
Yeah, we'll go to the set in order. That principle also will apply. Now the first principle is applied. Sort. The unnecessary items are removed.
Yes, sir.
That itself you can easily understand can speed up your process.
Yes, sir.
And it can be more accurate as well. No confusion, less of confusions. 16 is here. Earlier, we considered 61 as 16 and all those confusions were happening. So there can be an improvement in terms of the effectiveness as well as the efficiency. And what we did is just implemented first yes. So implementing first yes itself, we have witnessed, our productivity can double.
Okay.
So all of you agree with me on that, right? You will be able to definitely travel with a double speed. Now I'm going to implement the second yes. What is second yes? A place for everything and everything in its place. So I have created house or a place. 9 boxes I have created. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
These boxes will act as a home. All of us have home. Same manner, these numbers were given a home. Totally there are 9 homes. And the first home contains certain number. And the second home, some other set of number in this manner. Now you can also understand the logic here. 1 is here. Yes. 1 is there in the first home or first house. The 2 is there in the second house. 3 is there in the third house. When the 4th is there in the 4th house. 5 here, 6 here, and same logic 7, 8, 9. Okay. Then I repeat the same logic 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Can you see here? Yeah, 16, 17, 18. And now that when I implement the second year, I see, I feel much more comfortable. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So implementing the second years can further boost your productivity. All right?
Yes, sir.
And now it all depends on your organization strength and how do you implement first years and how do you implement second years, right? We changed the situation from here to here. Earlier, I told some group of numbers were placed in just one box. Now what I did, now I'm ready to implement the 5 years very effectively. For every number, I have given a unique place. There are 49 locations, 49 numbers, were stored.
So what we call is parking with marking. So you are parked in a particular marking.
Exact. Very good. It's the same manner. So the advantage here is every item has a unique address and there is a crystal clear clarity. And now you will be immediately able to identify some numbers are missing here. Can you see here?
18 is
18 is
missing, sir.
missing.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Any
42 is
abnormality,
missing. Yeah.
any abnormality will come to the surface quickly, right?
Yes.
So that is how each and every yes, when implemented diligently, will have benefits. And these principles are applicable in all workplaces, right? Not necessarily manufacturing, though it originated from manufacturing. They are getting implemented in all workplaces. And here are some example before after scenario you can see here.
Yes, sir.
Look at the transformation. It all depends on your muscle power and then your what do you call the intensity of implementation. If your management is supporting you smoothly, then nicely, then definitely you can implement the principles at a much higher levels. And see here, the files are arranged. And can you also see some kind of what do you call some kind of the stickering or labeling is
Yeah,
done,
labeling is done.
and using which your staff members can effortlessly organize the files.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If I change the order, then this label line will get disturbed. Then immediately a problem is coming. This is what we said. Problem should come to the surface immediately. We organize the workplace, and if somebody misplaces the file, that will be visible to you immediately. Yes or no? The same logic here, and then look here how the like if in the hospital operation area, if 5S is implemented, it can definitely help the doctors in a great manner. Yes or no? They don't have to really search for any item. Everything is well organized, labeled, and then made available, and in made available in a way that it requires minimal effort. Even your eyeball movement is an effort. Yes or no?
Yes,
Even
sir.
your
Yes.
eyeball
Yes.
movement is a motion. Movement is a kind of motion.
Yeah, correct.
In 7 ways, motion is considered one of the ways. Searching
correct,
for
sir.
an item is also a movement. Any item that you need, you should be able to locate it in less than 30 seconds. This is a minimum goal, general goal for any kind of workplace, and then you can actually go for a better standards. All right, see here, even the places are marked even for your keyboard and then the mouse and everything. And look here, so you can actually implement the 5s starting from these kind of basics to any higher level. You can completely transform your workplace. And look at the before after scenario. Right, the cables are just lying on the floor, whereas here they are properly concealed. You may not see any benefit immediately, but then definitely in the long run it helps. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Right.
Yeah.
And then when you have these kind of practices, when you go for a new location, you will start everything in a perfect manner, isn't it? You will also know all the wires and everything needs to be concealed at the time of construction itself. How come the knowledge has come? Continuous improvement, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
We earlier experienced those failures. Now I am applying here, all the knowledge I'm applying here. That's how it is. And see here some kind of what do you call?
To-do list.
Yeah.
To-do list.
Yeah.
Daily
The
task.
task, the daily task can be managed. And look at the how the equipments and then the switches were connected, isn't it? So you don't have to actually search even for identifying the switches. You can see organization where the 5S is implemented to this level. Even the lights and switches are labeled properly so that even a new visitor will be able to switch on and switch off the lights and fans or any instrument very correctly.
Even the floor panels, the floor panel also given for evacuation, anything is there. So that is also now they get implemented.
Yes. Correct. Yeah, true. It will prepare you even for the emergency scenario.
Correct.
So these are all various tools for 5S. The red tagging, will be helpful during the short phase. And then these kind of standardizing and alignment and numbering and coding and using the safety symbols and labeling. And see here, color coding is used to differentiate even the things and signboards. These are all known as the tools of 5S. You can use whichever is relevant and found useful during your implementation stage, yes, you can use it. And few more symbols. XY axis. What is XY axis? You can show the before after horizontally or before after vertically. Accordingly, it's known as the XY axis. And then zoning. Yes, work. The first thing is if you are implementing 5 in any workplace, first thing is you need to divide the workplace into zones, and then identify a zone leader who is responsible for effective implementation of 5 in his zone. All right. And then 5 corner where we actually display all informations related to 5 right? All right. So few more
Sir,
pictures.
X and Y axis.
Yes, sir.
Need more explanation in X and Y axis.
No, X and Y is, you can show the before after scenario horizontally or vertically, right? See here how it is done.
Okay.
Can you see everything, presented vertical manner? Before is here, maybe after is here. Whereas in the X-axis horizontal means it will be left, right. So that is termed as, it's a terminology, right? We call it X-Y axis table. Any improvement will be either projected horizontally, along the X-axis or vertically along the Y-axis.
Sir, in a corporate, sir, there is a day called red tag day is also available, sir, because on the particular day, whatever things are unwanted things, okay, they used to do that. Red tag day or red tag week is also there, sir.
Correct. Red tagging is, a task inside your sort activity.
Yes, sir.
And even corporates, they celebrate 5S day, 5S, they conduct 5S competition and all that. Yes, these are all, a mechanism to sustain the, 5S practices. All right. So this picture is again, self-explanatory. You can see, how fruitfully the workplace is transformed and how it is, looking in a very appealing manner. All right. So sort is the process of removing all the items that are not needed for the current work from the workspace, right? And studies show this step alone can free up to 30% workspace, isn't it? We also realize now, immediately after implementing the first years, we witnessed, the improvement in our the speed of finding out the numbers. And again, in short, we should be able to understand the difference between needs and wants. What is need and what is want? Can somebody help me differentiate need and want? How many?
Need is
How
a
many?
must one. So need is a must one. It's needed for our workplace to process something.
Yes.
And wanted is the additional benefits.
Exactly. And in my team, there are 10 members. All of us take printout. The requirement is one printer. But giving each member a printer is a great idea, isn't it? Everybody wanted to have a separate printer for them.
But what's the
Now,
need of
yeah.
need of our
Yeah, one printer is the requirement because we don't continuously print. We print take one printout an hour or something, right? So the need is one printer will do. But how many printers we have in that place? 10, because everybody wanted a separate printer. So if you are able to differentiate between needs and wants, you will also be able to differentiate what is necessary and what is unnecessary. We all need car to go to office and come back. But one car is the need, isn't it? Or one vehicle is the need. It need not be car always, right? One vehicle is the need. But I wanted to have 2 cars so that I can have extra convenience. So
Can we say this? It's a backup plan. The one
yeah,
printer
yeah.
is need another.
We can always justify any scenario. But however, when it comes to the decision, think in terms of the long term. Think in terms of the
cost is
organization's
involved.
interest.
Yeah, cost is
Yeah.
involved. Yeah.
True. You think in terms of the organization's interest and then long term, then you will be able to come to a proper conclusion.
Yes.
Okay. So SOT calls for a full assessment of materials and keeping only items that are essential to complete the task. In your zone, what are all the items available? You should be able to create a list. If I give you 5 minutes of time, will you be able to pick up your wallet and then write down everything that is present in your wallet? Possible, right?
Yes.
All the credit card, debit card, and then license, Aadhaar, everything you can write down, right? That's the first step, right? You need to have a full assessment of what is available in the current condition, current time in the particular zone. And then against each of the item, you need to ask yourself whether it is needed or not, right? Needed or not. And then you do a need want analysis. And then you will be able to differentiate what is necessary and what is unnecessary. Then the next step can be you can remove the unnecessary and then keep only the necessary item. So that way the sort goes, right? So to start with, first identify and then remove the unnecessary items from your work area and segregate the necessary and unnecessary. And suppose if you are doubtful about a particular item, whether it is necessary or unnecessary, you are not able to decide. And then you can tag that item. It's a good normal practice is print a red color tag where all the necessary information can be written and then the date can be marked and then the target date can also be indicated and then that tag will be just you will be attaching it to the particular item. That means this item is currently you are not able to differentiate whether it is necessary or unnecessary. There is a confusion going around. So you can have a practice of giving it a certain number of days. It can be depending on the requirement only. It can be 10 days, 15 days, or even 30 days. So within the 30 days, a decision must be taken about the item. And then you should be able to classify whether it is necessary or unnecessary.
So,
You understand?
so red tagging is to mark certain items where we are not able to take decision immediately.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes, if it is and also there is also another practice that is available, but that that's an added step. People use different colors. In addition to red, they also bring in a blue color tag. Right? It's just a concept only, but most of the organization they don't use that. They straight away go with the red. If it is the moment they understand something is unnecessary, instead of tagging, what you can do is you can remove, isn't it? And so only for the items, where there is a lack of clarity, the tagging is done. But there are also literature which says two colors tag will be used. One red, another one is blue. The red is for items that is to be removed, and the blue is for items will be given a time so that you can actually study the usage pattern. But then that's that will actually increase your implementation time. So normal practice is we put the tag only for items where there is a lack of clarity whether the item is necessary or unnecessary. So we will study it for a particular period of time and then come to a conclusion based on the record of usage of the item. All right. So and then you can also assign a place for a red tagged item. And in that red tag holding area, you can keep that item and then you can also maintain a register to monitor the usage of the particular item. And then later, based on the usage, you can decide whether the item is required to be kept in the same zone or required to be moved away, right? So that decision will be taken. So see here, if it is an unnecessary item, you can dispose it immediately if you understand. Am I audible? I see my video cracking. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. You're audible. You're audible,
Yeah.
sir.
You can dispose immediately if the item is of no value. You can actively look for a customer and then dispose if it has certain value. Obvious, we do that, isn't it? And then if it is item is no value, but then there is a cost involved, even to dispose the item, then you need to work out and find out a better way of disposing the same at a lesser cost, right? So before disposing, take care to go through due process of taking approvals, checking with the finance and etc. and all of these things. Hope all of you understand, no? The thought procedure involved, the benefit. Tools and materials that is disturbing your workflow because its unnecessary item is always a disturbance. And then wasted time looking for the parts, tools, and products are removed. And stocks piling unnecessary and that will sometimes be an expensive inventory and it can also become a safety hazard and because of the unnecessary items and the clutters that are present. So 5S will help you to get rid of all these issues. I mean, first years will help you to get rid of all these issues. Please note the goal is to eliminate all the unneeded tools, materials at a deeper level. Unneeded steps in your process should also be removed in the long run. Right? Initially, you start with the physical items, materials, equipments, tools, etc., which is unneeded. I remove. But my next level is once I remove all of that, I will apply the same thing to the process level. I will try to understand whether any unnecessary steps are involved. Isn't it? So that should also be removed. Sort allows for a workflow free from distraction. If you do not use an item daily, most probably it will be an unnecessary item, so you can remove it from the place. When executing the sort, you must be vigilant and ruthless, right? So you have to be very strict on, during your, 5S implementation stages, and then only, you will be able to effectively implement.
For
Okay.
one thing, sir, when in doubt, you have to move it out.
Okay. And then monitor, right? How it is utilized. And if there is enough evidence available that the item is needed, then you can bring it back. Otherwise, we definitely find ways to dispose it. Yeah. And proceeding with set in order. Organize the essential items using efficient storage system. For instance, a medical facility might use color-coded storage bins for different types of supplies, reducing search time by 60%. So set in order is, we already know it is place for everything, and everything in its the place. So set in order organizes items that survived the sort stage in a way that makes task easier to complete. Because if the loading of a particular item is made easier, automatically unloading will also become easier. Like if the storage is easier, yes, retrieval will be easier. If the storage is logical, retrieval will also be logical, right? So you need to apply all of those things. So there are certain examples of storage, and here you see some kind of outline made, and here again the outlining along with the what you call these kind of foam boards made available, so which can ensure your tools are stored in a safe manner, and then you can also retain the conditions. And as I already mentioned, the implementation can happen at any level that you want to implement, right? It's a simple arrangement within a rack, or you can also go for an expensive, a kind of new racking setup. And see here, just with the help of some painting, this company has managed to implement the second step, set in order. And then again, so these are some specific storage, what do you call, boxes were ordered, and then it is used. So these are all the examples of set in order. So after sorting out the unnecessary items, the needed items have to be classified in terms of use and arranged. The idea is, you should be able to minimize the search time. At the same time, it should be, you should be able to retrieve it whenever needed. And you are giving every particular item a unique idea, what do you call, the location, a place for everything and everything. See here, any item that you want to keep, we allot an item by just creating a kind of what do you call, the markings around the item, and so that if the item is moved away from a particular location, then immediately it can be brought back to the same location, and any of your team member will be able to follow that way. It also act as a kind of the same place the item will be stored. Okay, see here, the tools trolley is another example.
Dr. Gopalji, can I have a word, please? Can I?
Yeah, which one?
Just one side back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for an example, like there are few people from the hospital industry, then operation theater tray, that is the best example of 5S.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
you can get an exact idea if anything is missed out in the patient's body or not. If all the compartment in operation theater tray is okay, that means everything is in line, nothing is left in patient's body. That is the easiest
Correct.
way, rather than counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. instrument or say
Good example.
equipments or forceps or whatever may be.
Good example.
Even
Yeah,
they
If
count
anything,
how many gauges are there, how many cotton wools are there, cotton swabs are there. That is a place for that, and they ensure nothing is left inside patient's body through
perfect, sir.
virtual information like visual inspection. Tray is complete,
Perfect example.
nothing is left inside.
Yeah. That means, mistakes can also be prevented. If the 5 Rs is implemented and then practiced perfectly, it can certainly lead to prevention of mistakes, errors, failures in all industries. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Excellent example. Yeah. So set in order, like, you can actually, for each and every zone, you can actually follow all of these things. Like you can determine the targeted targets for the items, equipment, space, how do you want, where do you want to place, and then you can create a map and then a schedule for implementation, and determine what you call the methods, and these are all part of actually the entire 5 Rs. But in the set in order, we just have to first decide the targeted location for each and every item and then create a map, and then okay, when it comes to yes, this is again for set in order where to keep frequently used item. Obviously we need to close it closer to the point of use, and if it is rarely used or sometimes used, place it at a distance, but which not at all used, you can actually separate it and then dispose also. These are some basic guidelines, self-explanatory. See here, there is a change made in a particular workplace, and there are two stations, both of them consuming the raw material from particular location. Now instead of this layout and going for this layout will be much advantageous. You know why? Because the movement is minimized, isn't it? Otherwise this raw material will be moving very frequently this unnecessary distance. Just by changing this layout, there are
Motion waste
7 ways.
completely.
There are 7 ways in lean, we call it, right? Transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing, and then finally defects. If any of these waste exist, yes, we should be, by reorganizing the workplace, yes, we should be able to eliminate that. So the basic rules for storing, you store your item in a way that the same item is search free. When it is needed, your people should be able to pick it up without actually having to search for it, and then it should be airspace free, and make sure you are not actually leaving any unnecessary space. Store it in a way that the space utilization is efficient, and then it should be stored in a way that it should be climb free and bend free. The operator have to not have to unnecessarily climb or bend just to pick up an item, and similarly arrange it in such a way that it is count free. If you just take, one set, it will be 20 pieces, something like that. It should be count free so that you can save, a lot of time. And similarly, it should be lifting free wherever required, wherever possible. You can also use gravity to just, get the item moved. And it should be FIFO enabled, first in, first out, so that you can effectively manage on the criterias like shelf life and things like that. Hope this is and these are some examples.
Especially in the Dr. Gopal, so especially in the pharmacy, especially they face these problems, especially like sorting out, counting of these tablets, and making order supply of this medicine to FIFO. So nowadays, it came as automation, sir. Nowadays, even the counting, sorting, even delivering of the tablets, now they made an automation. Now the things are getting changed.
Possible. A round of brainstorming is required, and then definitely you will be able to come out with an idea.
Right, sir.
But basically we are trying to eliminate the 7 waste, and we are trying to ensure all these principles are in place properly and practiced properly. And if there is an issue, yes, we will make changes either in the process or in the work environment.
Right. Thank you.
So these are just very illustrative, you can easily understand. So organize tools in clearly defined way in order to make sense to the process. Very, very simple. And you can also introduce visual management when you are implementing the set in order. This is so that you can quickly understand the stock level, whether we are at the planned stock level, or we have reached the reorder level, or the stock is critical. So visual management also helps. And again, this is a kind of visual thing only. Like here, this kind of stickering helps you to immediately understand whether the files are in a proper place, or while storing, some mistakes are done. Similarly, some of the important parameters which you are monitoring, then you can actually bring in the visual indication, so that you very quickly, you will be able to understand whether any abnormality, whether any major deviation, some action is required or not. So, all right. So set in order basically enables the workers to perform more productively and without the frustration of not being able to find the tool they need. Anything that is required, if it is taking more than 30 seconds to find out the item, yes, definitely there is a need for an improvement. You need to reorganize the place and then ensure all the items are retrievable in less than 30 seconds at least. Moving on, Shine.
Sir,
Establish.
1 minute.
Yeah.
For the set in order, we need to consider for the safety also, correct?
Second order, set in order.
Need to consider for the safety.
Yes, definitely. See, if the first, what to say, the each and every S is implemented, and during the implementation, yes, consider the safety aspect, consider the ergonomic aspect, because ultimately the worker should also be able to perform the work effectively as well as efficiently. So think in terms of the effectiveness, in terms of the efficiency. Also think in terms of the what do you call, the ergonomic aspect as well as the safety aspect.
Yes, sir.
Yes, definitely. And Shine. Establish regular cleaning and maintenance schedules can definitely reduce the breakdown by 40%. So statistical inference. The third, yes, involves cleaning the workplace, machines, tools, floors, walls, and other areas. And cleaning reveals a lot of abnormality, right? So as I already told, cleaning is also a kind of health check. Then only you get to understand the abnormality. Cleaning is inspection and a kind of health check. Unclean work environment will certainly lower the morale of the employee, right? So how people are motivated to work in a team. All right. So I think this is again a complete list of steps. Okay. And yes. So again, here, when you are cleaning, yes, any defect or irregularity found, yes, definitely we need to do the instant maintenance, or if certain things needs to be informed to the plant maintenance, yes, we can communicate. And unnecessary item, yes, you can discard actually. That is first step. And then necessary items are arranged in a proper order.
Sir, previous slide, please.
Yeah.
Previous one.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, before this.
Yeah.
So here in this step, we are developing the plan for the implementation, right?
Yes. It actually, yes, talks about, the full flow. It determines the targets for each and everything. And then we create, a kind of map, a plan along with, the schedule of implementation. Then we organize all the tools and then allot a time. Then we set standards. Then, we proceed with the cleaning.
The team formation, everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. And clean and prevent defects. Of course, cleaning helps in preventing the defects. It's a kind of preventive mechanism, keeping your workplace neat, clean. Yes, definitely. So Shine requires proactive efforts to be taken to keep the workplace area clean as well as the orderly. Yeah, cleaning is everyone's responsibility, and whatever is our workplace, and it is good to what to say, clean our the equipments, whatever we use directly. We should also be involved in the cleaning. So it's everyone's responsibility, and quality is not an act; it should be part of your habit, according to Aristotle. So if the leaders demonstrate that they are also seriously practicing 5S, respecting the procedures, then automatically it will inspire everybody to follow. So always, if everybody participates, and that's where the synergy happens, and then you will be able to reap the benefits faster. So 5S must be a culture that should be followed by everybody in the organization, not just a certain set of people. Everyone in the organization is responsible for effective implementation and retaining the benefits. So we need to clean all surfaces, floor and tools in each area. And when facilities are clean, employees work better, faster, and have higher morale. And standardize. So standardization refers to continually practicing the first 3 years, sort, set in order, and then the shine. So in a well-planned and then regular fashion, and it assures continuity of the process. Like we create what to say. All of we create a schedule, and then we tell them how exactly the cleaning must be done and what kind of equipments to be used, and all that are part of your standardize. And mainly the outcome is well-defined SOPs are available for practicing the first 3 years. Even some of the organization even allotted time for 5 years, and they can even alert them with some kind of signals, so that everybody will be utilizing the time particularly for the 5 years practices. So integrate the duties to the regular work, and implement the visual managements wherever possible. And see here, every day 5 minutes is assigned for the 5 years, and during which the work time is dedicatedly available for 5 years only. And then 5-point standardized cleanup level checklist. I know you can also have a kind of checklist to ensure the 5 years tasks are performed properly. And slowly you can take the implementation to any higher level, so that you can also use 5 years to prevent any kind of failures. All right. So these are all,
I have a small doubt.
Yeah, please.
So when we start implementing 5 years, first we need to start with 3 years, or directly we can go with 5 years?
Oh, no, you have to go for, all 5 years, but then, one at a time. You do the sort first, and then proceed with the set in order, and then proceed with the shine, and then you have to go for see, you start with the pilot zone. Start with the pilot zone, and then implement the one by one, right? And if the pilot is successful, then you can scale up your implementation to a larger area, where all those people who are involved in the implementation during your pilot implementation, they will be able to help others understand the 5S principle, as well as assist the other zone areas. And that's how the implementation can be you can spread it across the entire organization. You have to implement all 5 years always.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, okay. Yeah.
When we take up a project, like we work from starting from the problem statement, is it?
Yeah,
or we
see,
need to choose a process, or like how do we identify, or is there any way that we can start this project of implementing 5 years?
you for the starting thing, you need to identify what do you call an area suitable for 5S implementation.
Suitable for 5 years implementation.
Suitable for 5S implementation, which is more cluttered, completely unorganized, where there are no frequent failures, there are delays. Certain area will be there in any any what do you call organization. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Sometimes it is
Definitely.
stores. Sometimes it is some other department. So you should be able to identify one such area, and then you can start your implementation. If needed, you can also identify such area by performing a kind of self audit.
Okay.
You can have a kind of audit within your organization, even in the starting stages. If you are, if you have, multiple locations, you are not able to decide, you can do a kind of audit according to each yes and how bad is the particular location. And then once you have the values available, a 5 score, you can call it. And then depending on the rating, the area which is highly unorganized and highly cluttered have the what to say, more potential for improvement. Yes or no? Because the benefits will be more. That's the idea. And also, the implementation, you need to start with an area around, just 150 to 300 square feet, not much, not a bigger area. So that, the scope will be limited, and initial success is very, very important.
Okay.
Right? Initial success is very important. And once you
To
are
gain
able
the
to,
confidence of the team and everyone.
yeah. Some, definitely, quick win is very, very important. Once if your team is able to feel the success, then that will be the source of motivation for other areas as well, so that people can participate. So
Understood. Yeah.
yeah. So let me see. Many things, you will be just it's a self-explanatory kind of thing. So this is a kind of 5 years implementation, and you can see, here there are a lot of issues. You can see the second picture, whereas again on the left side, everything is well organized, and this is also a kind of organized, way of storing the tools. Yeah. And this is what to say. There are a lot of issues here which we need to identify, and this is properly organized.
Just want to little bit give a small summarize for all these things I would say maybe. So 5 years
Yes,
activity, whether it is something like a anytime readiness for any kind of audit service. It is not the last minute rush up for cleaning up of any area, right?
True. Very true. Correct. It should be, a regular task, not like, a kind of doing everything only for the sake of audit. No. And prerequisite for, the deployment. And there has to be a clarity in the destination. Why are we implementing 5S? Ultimately, we want to go with the lean, or we want to go with the lean implementation. We need to prevent the failures. We need to improve in terms of the productivity, and the KPIs are clear. So the destination should be clear, and if you could somehow find out the KPIs which you really wanted to improve, and you will be able to validate the improvement, right? If somebody asks what is the benefit of implementing 5 years in a place, yes, you should be able to justify. You can show a evidence of the data. Look at the metrics before and look at the metrics after. And similarly, leadership commitment is very, very important. Without the support and blessings of the leadership, and any implementation, not only 5 years, even any implementation will be very big challenge for the implementation team. And be sure to know why are you implementing 5 years. Actually, 5 years is what you call improvement readiness. That is the main thing. So what 5 years can do and what 5 years cannot do, and the team should have a proper clarity. 5 years can certainly enhance quality, but not directly. 5 years will help you to visualize the challenges, visualize the gaps, visualize the improvement opportunities. And of course, the big picture, if the organization, particularly the top management, can also throw light on the bigger picture behind all these improvement initiatives, why the organization started implementing the 5 years. Now we really may wanted to expand. We have an expansion plan, so we wanted to perfect the way of work. So that's why we started. So if the management can come forward and then explain the entire team about the bigger picture behind the new improvement initiative, yes, that is that will be a great kind of support for the implementation team to progress and then succeed.
Sir,
Yes.
can you say about some points related with what 5 years cannot?
See, yeah, as I already told, 5 years is just a foundational tool. It just, transform any environment in a way that If there are any abnormality, it will get, visualized easily. But earlier, what happened? If there are problems happening, that will get hidden. If the problems are hidden, and how can you actually understand the improvement opportunities? So the quality improvement, productivity improvements are separate projects. 5 years just like that cannot improve on in terms of the quality or cannot improve in terms of the productivity. 5 years will only organize the workplace, and so that everything will become perfectly visible, and you will be able to identify the opportunities for improvement. And if you really wanted to improve on the quality, you have to actually modify the process, isn't it? So then the same, but the same, if you really wanted to work on the same framework and then modify the process, then you need to implement the 5 years in terms of the process level. Like I was telling you, non-value adding activities. So you create a value stream map of the process and document it, and then identify where exactly the resources are either overutilized or some failures are happening, and then find out ways to prevent all of them. So you can actually take up the what do you call the quality improvement and then productivity improvement at the next level. The first level is implementing 5 years effectively prepares your what do you call organization for the what do you call the improvement initiatives. 5 years as such, directly cannot reduce your rejections or directly cannot, prevent the failures. It will help you to, in fact, visualize, and then, you can float further projects. And of course, plan and elevation, these are terminologies related to the 5 years. Plan and elevation simply refers to how a workplace or a zone will look like in terms of the plan, in terms of the elevation. It's just like, going through our building plan and building elevation before construction. Similarly, before implementation, it is good to have the plan of the particular zone as well as the elevation. If you are bringing a racking system, how the racking system will be, how many racks it will be there, and all of them will be easily visible in your elevation. And similarly, you should be able to differentiate between needs and wants, what we discussed, right? So focus on keeping what is needed, not just everything wanted. And then the champion is like the formal leaders who are responsible for the 5 years drive within your organization. However, evangelist or the second line of leaders who actually promote the 5 years across all the areas and all the employees. And as I already mentioned, there are also two types of tags sometimes used. One is red tagging, the other one is blue tagging. But most of the implementation just happens just with the red tag. But there is an option. You can use both. And similarly, for all the items, it is good to maintain a proper, a register where there are two kind of register available. One is a master index, which will tell you the complete list of all the items, all the zones. But when you go to a particular zone, there is another kind of index or a register where every specific item in that zone is documented properly, right? From the master index, you can identify a particular location, and then from the location index, within that location, where exactly is the item. So it's just like maintaining records of the location of all the items in a particular place. Okay.
Sir, just I want to have one information. Like you might have implemented so many projects on 5S. How much cost is involved into all this activity? Like as you said, 200, 300 square feet area. If we want to implement 5S, like cleaning is okay, but like tagging, identification, tapping with this maybe highlighted tape, maybe training of the people, so that the management shall be able to accept it. Say if it is 1 lakh rupee, maybe management not expected, but if it is say 25, 30,000, 35,000, they may be expecting or they may be accepting that quotation. And against that, how much value they will get in terms of rupee or maybe in terms of implementation.
See, actually, we need to start with a kind of 5S charter, where you need to actually give a projection of all these measures which you are telling. So what will be the investment? Yes. Yes, Karthikeyan, you are saying something?
No, sorry.
Yeah. Like, you need to start with, if all the projections, can be included in your in a document known as 5 years charter, where what is the budget involved and what will be the benefit, and somehow you should be able to convert everything into dollars. Like if you are able to save the movement or able to save time, and how that is going to be financially beneficial. And then it truly depends on the organization, and then the what do you call the that's what I said. The support from the management is very important, and through proper orientation you can convince the what do you call the leaders over there, and then you proceed with the implementation. Then budget will not be a constraint, but at the same time there has to be a justification. If you only keep on investing and then and there are no what do you call there are no
Result
proper
outcome.
benefits,
Yeah.
yes, definitely management will be
Yes.
demotivated. So it is, that's why we need to have the right measure which can indicate our success. So that is a good starting point. It's not always the what do you call the financial benefit that is considered as a success. The relevant KPIs you
There
need to
might be
agree
some
on.
hidden benefits which are not seen from the like cost point of view or say USD point of view, but definitely
True.
there may be some back end benefit like maybe improvement in customer visit. If there is a customer visit, Paris is implemented, the customer will definitely be happy with that.
Definitely. You need to agree on your success metric. If this metric is improved, yes, that will be considered as a project success. So something like that, we need to agree on. But at the same time, if a financial projection is required, yes, we can definitely work it out. So these are certain rules. Workplace should be
Yeah,
designed.
that's why, sir, Dr. Gopal sir, you have given that thing. Begin with the end in the mind. That is a very key answer. What
True,
will be
true.
happen if I implement this end? How it looks like? That's a
Definitely,
really
definitely.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the destination? Yes,
Yes.
that must be
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
very clear.
Yeah.
And that's where the certain measures, we call it KPIs, that really helps. So standardization is essential to sustain the fibers, and procedure must be practical and easy to follow, and leadership commitment is crucial, and fibers should be integrated into employees performance management, so that they will also be motivated enough. So these are certain guidelines, and similarly some numbers, like when we say KPIs are important, at the same time too many measures will also complicate. It is always a good idea to limit our priorities and KPIs to 3 or 4, not too many. And similarly, document retrieval time, as I already mentioned, it should have you should initially target for retrieving the whether it is information or an item, it should happen within less than 30 seconds. And of course, duration of the 5 years training program, if it is a top management or if it is implementation team, accordingly you can plan. For the top management, a kind of what do you call orientation of for a half a day is good enough to start with, to just to gain their support. And then you can plan the training for starting for anywhere from 1 to 3 days for training the implementation team. And then if you are starting with an implementation, it is always a good idea to start your implementation in a smaller scale, what we call it as pilot implementation, and make sure you consider yes area where the potential for improvement is huge, and so that you will be able to prove the what do you call the success. And this is a guideline, just a guideline, normally up to 300 square feet. And then sustenance period, once the fibers is implemented, and what is the level of implementation, and then the level of sustaining the benefits. Suppose if an organization is able to sustain, the implementation has happened, and then they are able to sustain it for 3 months. There is also certification. There are certain agencies which will come and then audit your workplace, and then can give a certification. Like I think QCI has such a scheme, and NPC, National Productivity Council, they have such a scheme. You can actually get your workplace audited, and then get a level 1 certification or level 2 certification. So level 1 means the benefits, evidence must be available for sustaining the benefits at least for a 3 months period. But if you have evidence for sustaining of the benefits for over a 9 months and above, then you will be able to claim level 2 certification. So these things are available actually. If required, you can actually go for it. And then classification, yes, of the measures. So in terms of quality, what kind of KPIs we need to look at? Similarly, in kind of cost, and these are some categories of KPIs. You can pick up the relevant ones. If there are too many quality issues, like say customer complaints, then probably the KPI can be derived from the quality aspect. And similarly, like one of you asked, we can also consider the financial measures in terms of the cost of poor quality. Likewise, the relevant KPIs can be derived, and then the success can be measured comparing the KPIs. And of course,
So any
the
other
frequency.
practical examples we can say for the 5 years KPIs?
No, practical example in the sense, say for example, if there are, let's say, in a workplace, if some accidents or near miss incidents are frequently happening, you can actually, measure those incidents. You can actually, what do you call? You can actually measure number of incidents per month or number of incidents per 1,000 employees. But after we actually improve on the 5S, 5S is implemented. Now, what will be the revised number? The number of incidents per 1,000 employees decreased from, let's say, 21 to 3 or 4 per 1,000 employees, and then we continue improving on. It's nothing but we are bringing measurability. Yes.
Doctor sir, can I?
Yeah, please. You can also add.
Yeah, if there is a workshop like who is involved into repairing or servicing of vehicle, so if average service time is 4 hours, and due to non-availability of tools and tackles at right place, the time is going to increase by 5 hours or maybe 6 hours, which is affecting customer satisfaction as well as which is affecting increase in the production time, that is servicing of the vehicle. It applies to organization internal maintenance also. Like if correct spare is available at correct place, right tools and tackles are available at proper location, then that maintenance can be conducted quicker rather than searching for that maintenance spares or searching for that tools and tackles. It may be for calibration or say if there are number of procurement of the spanners or say tools tackle, that means these tool tackles are lost somewhere else due to improper preservation or improper control. If at the end of the shift, if they are not at their place, the supervisor should ask where is this spanner rather than procuring another one from store. So this can directly benefit on cost element. I hope it's okay.
It all depends on how do we want to measure our success and then performance. Sometimes we may want to arrest the customer complaints, or like sir was telling, the availability of their let us say certain costlier resources, and you can enhance on the availability. Otherwise, what happen most of the time, it will be under breakdown. You can think of even measuring OEE before and after the 5S implementation. So you will come to know as we discuss about several implementation cases in the upcoming sessions. So these are all self-explanatory, like rewards and recognition system, and then normally what can be a good team size for 5S. So try to understand the area, and then the stakeholders of that area, and accordingly you can formulate a team. So enabler were for a good implementation and sustaining. So it's better to have a 5S council within the organization, and which means the overall kind of what to say, steering committee, all the policies, procedures, the workplace rules, and all that. The council will ensure they are made available for the team. And then the champion and evangelist, like the champion is the individual who is responsible for the entire 5S implementation activities, and the second line of leaders. And of course, there can be there has to be some daily meetings, and then for every proposal or every proposal of implementation, there can be a standard template which you can call it as a 5S charter, and where you can make all the necessary information available so that the management will be able to judge. So all these things are, if what do you call, made available and then standardized, this can lead to very effective implementation as well as sustaining of the benefits. And similarly, a lot of visual boards, dashboards, and then fibers. You can even identify a designated area and keep a big what do you call, a kind of display of information related to the fibers implementation. So these are all uh, the kind of what to say, factors which will decide the successful implementation. Otherwise, fibers might end up with just implementing fibers in just one or two area. But if you create this kind of infrastructure of people, committees, and then processes, and you will be able to continue the journey as per your original implementation plan. So these are all the benefits. See here, you are asking about some KPI. See here, search time is reduced by 40%. Accidents reduced by 65%. Customer satisfaction now improved by 85%. And savings also improved. Likewise, you can introduce, any metric, that is more relevant and apt to indicate the success of your project. And more than these kind of general examples, I have prepared one set of examples relevant to the different fields. Probably I will show that. And this is a kind of case study where the downtime is reduced from 12 hours to 45 minutes. And similarly, see here, yeah, this is the downtime is 12 hours reduced to 3.5 hours, and the replacement time is 45 minutes, and that is reduced to 12 minutes with a financial impact of 45 lakhs being saved annually because of a particular implementation. And similarly, you can highlight the benefits like see here what happened. The defect rate is reduced from 25. I mean, the defect rate is reduced by 25%. And in a healthcare industry, yes, fibers, hospitals use fibers to organize the medical tools. This can reduce the retrieval time. And similarly, in the service industry, the document management can be, can help in reducing the process time by 50%. So what we will quickly move on to one other example, which I just recently prepared, and then we can end the today's session. Just a minute. Let me check whether I can quickly show. Yes.
You have
So
said very good, sir. Regarding case study, what you said is right. So we need to take it as a case study and make a planner as a pilot study. Then we need to implement, sir.
Yes, definitely. So I will just run through certain slides which will help you to understand, connect the fibers, and then you will get some implementation, the idea for doing a project at your place. So I've tried my best to bring example from different industry. Just a minute. Screen is hanging.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Go to home. We'll finish it in another 5 minutes. I'm not going to explain anything. I will be just showing certain slides which are project ideas. Yes, some project ideas takes. I have stored it in cloud, so it takes time. Yeah.
Standard books, globally recognized book or guidelines published
Yes.
files.
No specific books, but I will certainly share a few ebooks so that you all can read through and then understand from the book as well. And see here, 5 has some implementation ideas, like of course. So what is this? 5 was implemented in a food handling tools organization, isn't it? Yes. And the color coding used, and this is sorry, yeah, color codings are used for the utensils and labels, storage, and work areas are properly segregated, and then a checklist being used. These are all certain ways you can implement fibers in your food related workplaces. And CRM workspace, here you can digitize the paper documents so that you can You can minimize on what you call usage of the papers. And of course, any physical storage you can organize, and workflow can also be streamlined. And this is a kind of packing station efficiency, right? Maybe if you are into kind of packaging industry, yes, these are all the benefits you can project by implementing. Similarly, office organization, like, and this is see here a complete a tool van, how it is organized. This is a kind of movable van which is used for what do you call some kind of maintenance related and then repair related tasks. So service van, toolkit organization, and even lab organization. Oh, just a minute. Yeah. Yes. So you can think in terms of the sample reception and sample labeling. You can improve and testing the workspace for contamination prevention, and similarly the results documentation. So this is again
Sir,
for
CRM, can you please go back to CRM? Let me have a look on that.
just an illustration of giving. It's more of digitally you are organizing your informations and everything related to that.
Okay, got it, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, this only an idea is only to give all of some bigger picture, and then a confidence of implementing fibers in your workplace. Yeah, it can be in a storage area, PCB assembly line organization. You can organize the tools. You can manage the components and create visual instructions. You can incorporate checkpoints. If they're all there already, then you can look for higher levels of next levels of improvement. Otherwise, you can try implementing all these basic requirements. So utility, 1 minute, utility storage organization, and just it can be a store or whatever even a kind of your storage area or a storeroom, and machine maintenance. This is spare parts area can be improved. And there is, let me just quickly go through. So here, this is HR room, record organization, and this you can implement fibers in your workspace also. Whether you are working from home or you have a cabin, within your cabin, you can implement fibers. And similarly, the idea is same. Only thing is, the application area is different. And look here, there is a quality assurance department where all the documents, the required for the audit is, that is organized well. Similarly, the outbound logistics, shipping accuracy is improved and faster processing happens. Space utilization. These are all the ways you can actually justify your improvement, and you can sort the supplies and organize the procedure in a better manner. You can keep all stations clean, sanitized, and then standardize. So some examples related to different domains, since people are from various segments. These just slides helps. So this is doctor's cabinet, and then kit organization. Of course, particularly for use inside operation theaters or wherever. And similarly, the files organization in accounts department, and the personal study space organization. Yes. Even, in the training, your document before, after, right? In the training industry as well, document before, after, and then you collaborate with your team members, and then improve your the processes related to your training or whatever, and then quantify the improvement. Very important in terms of quantity as well as in terms of quality. All that needed is certain KPIs or some metrics. Even the before after scenario can be recorded. And this is about the warehouse scenario. Then what we have, tool maintenance, equipment organization. Yes. And recently one project I should share with all of you. There is a warehouse where all the items are stored. Just we'll finish off this in 2 minutes. All the items are stored, and sometimes what happens, a requirement comes from maybe top management to give a report, which through the report you should be able to clearly communicate what are all the what is the quantum of particular items available with in terms of specific categories, maybe how many units are available supplier wise. And there are requirement that comes from other departments about the stock of raw material or stock of some child components or whatever, so that they can actually schedule the production and things like that. What happens, they have an SAP in which all the inventory is recorded, but however only the item what do you call the product item number is available, and few info only certain selected informations are available. But then the requirement is sometimes they want the requirement in terms of the supplier wise. You have a certain component which you procure from 3 different suppliers, and how many units are available which you procured from supplier 1, how many units are available which you required from supplier 2. Currently that information is not recorded while receiving the item and then storing in the warehouse. So the current process is not really being able to provide all needed informations which are required by the top management in its report. All of you, do you understand? This is the scenario. So ultimately what happens, if they particularly ask for a certain information, then physically they have to go to the warehouse, collect all those items that are available, and then gather the informations manually. Supplier 1, how many units? Supplier 2, how many units? Supplier 3, how many units? Likewise, they have to do. And so what they did is they just improvised on the the slight modification in the process. What they did? They created a kind of QR code, which they actually while receiving any item, they have to actually print a label. The label will have all necessary information based on a study. They understood the management frequently ask for certain information. All these informations were printed in a label, and then a QR code is also made available, and then the label is pasted before the item is sent to the warehouse. And so while sending the item to the warehouse, the QR code will be scanned, and then the information about the item is captured in a particular in a digital format. Because of addition of this particular step, what happened next time when the same information is or request is received from the management, you physically don't have to go to the warehouse. You don't have to really go. You know why? Because now all needed informations are made available in a digital format. So what they do is they just within a matter of minutes, they will be able to generate the report. This was a real case actually. And it might look, yes, these kind of ideas are already implemented in many places, but if such provisions are not there, and definitely that will be considered as an opportunity. And then we just here what we reorganized is we reorganize the process. We reorganize the process. What is the benefit? Research time is saved. No need to search, and so many man hours. When you consider, always the benefit should be expressed in terms of annual benefit. So many man hours in generating one report, and on an average every day you get around 2 requests. And so in a year, how many reports you will be generating? So how many man hours you will be wasting? So what will be the projected benefits? And in order to introduce this additional step in the process, like QR code scanning and all those tasks, what is the budget involved? You will be able to show the perfect projection. But these kind of projects, if you want to do, the first and foremost requirement is ensure the fibers is implemented in all your important areas, so that the next level of projects which can happen at the process level. So process level improvements are very much possible if the workplace is first of all made suitable for such kind of process improvement projects. Okay. So the idea of this particular session is, only to give you some, the what do you call, the understanding about the basics, principles, and as well as, give you some confidence and idea about 5S can be implemented in all domains, all industries, right? So however, in the upcoming sessions, we will be dealing with specific case studies and all that. I'm sure you will certainly be able to connect these principles and discussions very well. Okay, shall we stop here? Thank you. And I think we have exceeded the time. However, we have completed all the slides. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We can
Thank you,
make
sir.
a mock.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Gautam,
Thank you,
sir. Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Most
Bye, sir.
welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. Good
Thank you
night.
very much.
Good
night,
night.
sir.
Good night. Good night. Good
Night.
night. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.